Hello.
Hello? Yo, what's up, Vex?
Hey, what's up?
How you been?
I don't know. Is this your third account? I don't even know what's going on.
Oh, no, I just renamed my account.
What's happening?
Hey, Silo.
Okay.
Hi.
How have
All
you been,
right.
man?
From the very vague amount I've read into this, Blaze at least is saying that you want to stop everything for some reason.
Oh, yeah. Wasn't that my agreement?
Yeah, like a week ago or whenever it was that we
Yeah, but
spoke.
remember, like, I told you, I'm not the one that's, like, running this, you know?
Right.
So,
It's just Lego literally 2 days ago posted a screenshot of my account being locked and he said he's looking into drama. So
I've not been in contact with Lego, dude.
right. So how do I know that this call is gonna stop any of that from going further?
I mean, I've fulfilled my word at this point, haven't I?
I don't know because I'm not trying to be angry, but during the time that we ended that call, my friend Zillow and his server full of miners got raided,
That
and
was not me.
me and
That
my
was not
partner,
me.
whoever it was, seems to know Alec, Otter, and knows about the recent drama, according to the logs, because there's
Not me.
so many. Okay,
I'm not
alright.
that much of a no-life man.
Okay.
Here, let me add the
All right.
person.
I'm not trying to argue. I'm
No,
just
no.
telling you like
I
where my
understand.
mind's at,
Yeah,
and
no.
I don't know if this is because you know that I'm going to bring Wolf and Lab down with me when Benji does make this video. I don't know like what the purpose of this is.
Why would you bring them down?
Why not? They backstab me.
How?
All right. Okay.
All right.
Okay. So why is Wolf's
Hello.
hello Wolfgang's thumbnail artist? What's up?
How are you doing? I'm doing absolutely wonderful on this fine day.
Hi.
How are you, man?
Okay, so is this the big scary man who was gonna make the video?
So yeah, kinda. But honestly, I don't know. I mean, I could. I do have a lot of things, but I mean, I'd just rather come to you personally because you say this a lot, and just talk to you about it personally and directly, and go to you with my gripes because like I don't want to go through the whole hassle of making a whole video and then all that crap. So yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, where should I begin? So do you have any questions for me? Anything you'd like to ask me?
So you, as Wolfgang's friend, was gonna make a video about me anyway, whilst I was friends with Wolfgang in the first place, because we didn't
Yeah,
have any issues.
yeah. I know you think this. I'm being completely genuine. Wolfgang has nothing to do with this. Like
Well, you guys talk about everything. Like I was introduced to you by them, so
Okay,
that is
we're our
true.
own people. We're our own people, man.
You know, like I'm being genuine.
Right.
Like
Well, I know how the GCs work.
I have been looking
Oh.
into you since before Wolfgang had any problem with you. Like
Right. Well, I know
for
you had
example-
some negative things to say before Wolfgang made the defense video, which is now down.
So
yeah.
yes, there was that originally. But then there was a situation in Wolfgang's server where you advertised, which is completely valid. There's nothing wrong with you advertising your
Yeah,
videos.
they're YouTube videos.
The problem with that was you had crop porn in the thumbnail, which was specifically listed in the rules as something you could not do. It was specifically name dropped. You cannot have crop porn.
That's not an entire YouTube video worthy, though, is it? Really?
No, I'm going case by case by case. And also your server icon. Again, nothing wrong with you advertising an 18 plus server. The issue was the icon was a fetish icon, and there are people active there. There were at that time people active there as young as 14.
I didn't know. I was just looking at random furry gifs. I didn't know it was.
Oh yeah, no, I'm not holding you on that. I don't expect you to know every single individual that's in someone's server, but that was the reason I called you out. And in response to that, and I have a record of this. You responded to me with a clown emoji.
Yeah, because it's not that big of a deal. Like,
I mean, yes, but at the same time, it was something you did strictly prohibited against the rules. That
Yeah.
was.
and I would understand if I got banned. It's not that big of a deal. I'm sure you deal with a lot of people breaking rules. Just because I
That's
make
fair.
YouTube videos doesn't mean I'm above everyone else and that I need to have 20 videos made about me.
Well, I see. Let's move on to the next point, Jerry. Jerry, you there, bud?
I apologize about that. My microphone just had a little seizure. Continuing, this is kind of moving forward. In response to that, you had actually dug up a message that a moderator had sent where they used the word "not," right?
Mhm.
And you used that, and you messaged moderator Rai Rai.
I can't remember who that is, but yeah, I'll take your word for it.
That was the mod. You don't know him by name, but that was the original mod before. I assume you went to Wolfgang. I don't know. I don't have records of that. But essentially, you went. Your point was that your moderators were doing stuff, and I would like to clarify that was totally out of line. That mod shouldn't have said that. But at the same time, you brought that as a point to defend yourself instead of defending yourself on the point of what you did. Which is a
Well,
weird-
yeah, because you got to understand, a lot of people have tried to like make small things out of big things and come at me directly. So I'll sometimes be petty as a result of that and look into things they've done, because most of the time
Yeah.
people that throw shit at me have done shit themselves, and sometimes I'm just used to dealing with like admin discourse. Anyway, continue.
Yeah, no, that's a completely fair point, and I do agree. A lot of things have been brought against you, invalidly so. But one of the thumbnails that you advertised had the word "not" in it.
Yeah, I'm a furry channel.
That's fair, but that was the point that you were
Oh,
holding.
right.
That like it
Okay.
was. Yeah.
Well, I know
moderator
it was
said
more.
not.
It was more like I know what I'm doing, but like
Yeah.
that seems to be okay here. That's what I was doing. It was very petty, I know, but like you can understand why I did it though.
Yeah, I can see that somewhat, but yeah. Then after that, a day later, and this is a valid thing that happened. I think this was a good thing. Wolfgang's server immediately became 18 plus.
Yeah, I don't know what it is now. I don't know if it's 12
is still
plus or
18
whatever.
plus.
Like there's
still is.
15-year-olds interact with them on Twitter.
Yeah, I don't know what's up with that. I can't vouch for that.
I'm not being a dick. I'm just talking.
No. Yeah, I agree. I don't know. I haven't looked into that. I genuinely couldn't tell you. But another thing is, what was it? You had said at one point is, and I'm paraphrasing here. After Wolf server became 18 plus, there were still minors there. Is that something you stated?
I've never stated it.
Yeah, you
I
did.
was in a call with Wolfgang. Oh, you were there?
No, I was in the call with you when you said that.
Said what?
That there are kids still there.
Yeah.
Well, I was trying to get him to make it 18 plus.
No,
But
it
he
was.
seemed-
You
He
stated
seemed very
it that-
confident at the time, because I said to him, "Oh, there shouldn't be kids in there anyway." Again, I wasn't arguing with him at the time. It was more like I was just generally asking because I didn't want to act a certain way. If that was the case, because I said to him, since I've met you, obviously we weren't on good terms when I first found his Twitter account. His Twitter, if you go on the Wayback Machine, was 18 plus. Now it's obviously suggestive. I mean, I don't care. I'm just saying, like, I mean, even at the get go, I didn't assume that everyone in that server was 18 plus, if that makes sense. Because obviously, no one's. I know no one's as adamant as I am. Like when it comes to making sure, things are black and white. Like my admin team spent an entire day kicking everyone that was unverified when we made the changeover.
Yeah. Just because the main thing was you made the claim that there was. The point being was that Fired made a point in an interview with you that Wolfgang's server was 18 plus, that there were not children
or Fear?
there.
It's
It's
Sorry, I can't tell if
No, that is a very fair point. Yeah, no.
Fear, like, yeah.
Okay. It's kind of interchangeable, but she was making a point that it was 18 plus, and you said there were still kids there.
That wasn't a point against Wolf. I was. It was more
but
like
did
I
you
was
make
wondering.
that point? Like, what was the like? You claimed that. Like, what's up with that?
I don't remember at the time.
Okay, that's fair. Another thing. You claimed that Wolfgang was going to Anthrocom, was it, with a minor, right? Claim that.
That wasn't a actual point against him. It was
I know,
more
but you made
about-
that. You made that claim. You do know that
Okay,
Jam.
I told Wolfgang,
uh,
listen to me. At the time, I said to Wolfgang, because he was my friend, I said, watch out for Jam if you are staying with him, because he dated someone who literally slandered me publicly. And also, he's 17. He could say anything. You could be sleeping in 5 rooms apart, and he could say that you did something. I was looking out for him at the time. I was looking out for him.
Well, that was an interview with Fire that you stated that.
Okay.
Jam is actually 18.
Now he is. Yeah.
Yeah, and Anthrocon's happening in like a couple months, I think.
I know. But look at Katie Bugs saying that George Not Found did all that stuff, and she said that she's freshly 18, but she's 5 months, and obviously now she's been exposed. But it was me looking out for Wolf. Basically.
Yeah, no, that's valid. That's 100% valid.
Believe it or not, at the time I gave a shit about him.
Yeah, no, 100%. Another thing is you also there was a big point about Wolf associating with minors that you were making in the interview with Fire. And mind, I can bring up the clip if you'd like. I could find it somewhere.
No, it's okay. The thing is, I don't get. Is this questions so that you do make the video, or is this questions because you're actually stopping this? I don't understand.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out like a line of events, because like one big thing that really, really pissed off Wolf is that in that interview, you were saying a lot of very anti-Wolf. Like it sounded like you were trying to infer that he's like interacting with minors.
No,
and like
it was more of a case of. So Fear was obviously saying, that's weird, it's weird, you're weird.
Yeah,
and I was basically saying, well, okay. I was basically saying, even if it was a delayed point, that the public would see Wolf, because again, it was just an example. I've made no tweets about Wolf. Wolf has about me twice. All I was saying was that, if you think I'm weird for this, well, people might think that Wolfgang potentially staying with a newly 18-year-old is weird. I wasn't going to make a video or a tweet. It was just again, this was a private conversation.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, 100%.
Like, obviously, things were in the heat of the moment. Okay. I get how that came across. But at the time, I said the exact same thing to Wolfgang. I said people might see that as odd. I don't think Wolfgang's a fucking pedo or groomer or anything. He's too fucking silly. But like, I don't. You know what I mean? At the time, I was looking after him, and I said that people might find it weird. Me and Fear were arguing. Fear was calling me a weirdo, so I said, "Well, here's an example of someone someone might see that as weird too.
Well,
like everything's weird, you know what I mean?"
To be fair, my original point was you're 30 talking to a 16-year-old, and there is a scale, in my opinion.
Yeah, but there's also a difference. Again, there's also a difference between staying with a freshly 18-year-old versus talking to a 16-year-old about YouTube videos over Discord.
That's something I'll get onto in a second.
Hold on.
Look, all right. Listen to me.
Wait.
We'll never agree. We'll never agree with each other on that. Okay, but that's fine.
I just want you to clarify again that it's strictly professional between you and Zillow, right?
Yes, and he has the ability to reach out to me if someone does something.
So you never called yourself a Zillophile?
As a joke, yes.
Just like with Autofile too.
So
right,
wait,
let me debunk this. Okay?
Wait. Hold on. From what I remember, didn't Zillow change your name to that?
Yeah, I was the one that changed his nickname. Yeah.
Also, since I've known Zillow, they like to say,
gosh. Why don't you just say that's fucking weird, man? Like, just change it, please. I don't want to be known as a Zillophile. You're 16. You kept it.
What? I didn't keep it. I was renamed that.
So when you saw it,
another great question,
and that above there is Zillow's literal X.
Okay, I'm not talking about Zillow's X.
So I'd just like to say another point is and this is an attack on you, Zillow. I'm not trying to attack you or anything like that, but you have previously made what I would consider very inappropriate tweets given your age. very suggestive tweets given your age.
Him and the
that
rest of
vex
furry
you.
Twitter.
Mhm.
That is a valid point,
Doesn't make
but
it
like
right.
the issue is that you're 30 engaging with a 16-year-old making suggestive, inappropriate posts, right? And that's the big issue that I see personally. Is
Right. What did
even
I
though
say
it's
that was
commonplace.
inappropriate? Are you saying that I said inappropriate things to Zillow,
said you're
or
No. I'm
Zillow
saying
posted-
under. No.
Okay.
In there was a post Zillow made, the Monster Energy post. I can bring it up.
and
if
I
I see it.
commented about Monster Energy
Yeah, okay, that's valid, but it's
because
essentially.
I love Monster Ultra. That's literally it.
I mean, that's a fair point. The main issue
I
was that
didn't
it
see
was
the
a
image. I didn't see it as sexual because I'm a 30-year-old man. I'm not looking at my friend Zillow in that way. I saw the monster can and I commented.
So you only saw
like-
the monster can, you just like ignore the thighs and everything, right?
Yeah, because I have a fiance with 24-year-old thighs.
Yeah, but it's just like that's like softcore porn, dude. Like genuinely.
Zillow, do you agree that you posted softcore porn?
No.
But
I
objectively,
mean, but like objectively,
yeah.
like is like if you don't agree that that is softcore porn, Google the term femboy and you will just see porn, right? And
are you saying that
Me wearing outfits I want to wear doesn't mean I want myself to be sexualized.
It wasn't revealing.
It was though. It was.
it wasn't?
All right, so
Well,
all right, so if
imagine-
Zillow wears shorts, if Zillow wears summer shorts, I don't even want to think about this. If Zillow wears
Then don't
summer
comment.
shorts and
No. Let him speak, Fire. Let him speak.
I didn't see it sexual.
Alright, but like my point is that like it wasn't.
You know what? Let me tell you something. If Zillow did post something that was, I don't know, more revealing than that or whatever, I would message Zillow and say, bro, if I were you, I'd take that down because you do realize,
Yeah.
people must know you're 16 and people will DM you. And, Zillow's dealt with many weirdos. As a kid who's a furry, I'm sure they've dealt with a lot of weirdos, right? Like there's literally a guy saying that they stalk you and all that stuff. And there's even a guy that did inappropriate artwork of Zillow, the one who draws people dying or something, right? Even then, like when Zillow told me about that, when he confided in me as a friend, I just said, hey, block this guy. Like, if Zillow did post something that was literally sexual, I would instantly message and say, hey, bro, I would take that down.
Yeah.
Like, A, because it looks bad on you. 2, because of what could come from that, like people DMing you and all that stuff.
Yeah. FX, I understand you might not think it's sexual, but on top of that, the femboy Monster Energy culture is a sexual, inappropriate, something I wouldn't consider appropriate.
It's a
for
meme.
16-year-old.
It's
a
a
meme,
sexualized meme.
but it's in my. Yeah, it's very sexual.
So what? You'd say that Blahaj is sexual too, even though it's just a plushie, because it coincides with it.
Yeah, what is Blahaj? I genuinely
It's
don't.
You're-
IKEA shark.
You're LGBT and you don't know what a Blahaj is. Oh my
I
god!
don't know,
I'm
man.
not angry. I'm just like, if you've done your research, then you'd know that Monster Energy
IKEA.
and Blahaj is literally they
the Arctic
coincide.
shark.
Yeah.
Is that it? Yeah. No. Yeah.
Monster Ultra could be currency.
Yeah, like I'm not saying that like it's just the problem is that and I know this term is sexualized, but I'm just trying to say the age difference is a 30-year-old talking to a 16-year-old. Like that's more than a decade and a half. That's almost a decade and a half age difference. So like that's the real thing is that I'm just being real. I'm 18, right? I'm very freshly 18. I turned 18 like 4-5 months ago, right? And I look back at what how I used to be when I was 17, and I was an idiot, right?
Oh, me too.
I look further back, and I look at when I was 16. That might only be 2 years, right? That might only be 2 years. But like I have matured so much since then, and the amount of childish, inappropriate stuff. Not inappropriate, but like the childish mentality I had and the lack of understanding of how immature I was at that time is like I really genuinely do believe Zillow's gonna look back when he's 18, 19 and be like, I was extremely immature then, and that's something that I don't think Zillow can see looking forward. But given that you are 30, I believe, right? is like you can look back and see how stupid you were when you were 16, how immature
which is
you were.
exactly why if Zillow did post or do anything like that, I would literally just say, "Hey, man, like, watch out," because I know the internet. You know, I know what kind of people exist. At the same time, though, Zillow and what they post is nothing compared to the shit we've all seen, like on Twitter.
No.
I'm not saying that because I'm Zillow's friend and I'm not defending him. I'm just saying compared to the others, and the fact that he uploads 2 videos a day, and he's very tame with his audience, like he's not sexual or any of that stuff with his own server members. Like, again, you're not there to see that, but you know,
yeah, I'm
Zillow's
just saying,
pretty laid back,
are
is
there
all
to
I'm
see his
saying. You know,
yeah. To
I'll
be
let
fair,
I'll let Zillow talk because it's
yeah.
Zillow's
So I'd like to say
platform.
something.
Real.
All right. No, I'd just like to bring up the
Basically,
post just so
Zillow-
everyone can
Zillow-
look at it. Like that is the
Okay.
post that we're saying. I mean, it's not overly sexualized, but like it's not something
it's
I would
obviously
be engaging with. Yeah, it's very suggestive. I mean, I'm just going by the fact of is like how sexualized femboys are.
I
and
mean,
the
some
culture
people
around
might
it.
call it weird that you even have that saved.
Yes, but the reason I have this saved is because we need to be able to log this because, again, like it's to make a point
And
that this is inappropriate.
this was all while I was friends with Wolf, right?
Why
Yeah.
do you keep
Was
bringing
it?
Wolf up? Like,
I mean,
he's not involved, man.
yeah,
Well,
that's
because
another
if
thing.
Wolfgang never existed, none of this would exist.
Okay, that's not
Oh,
Wolfgang's
well.
fault for existing.
No,
Yeah.
I'm not being a dick. I'm just saying, like, in the circle of life, table of events, like, you know.
Yeah, no, that's a fair point. I'd just like to clarify, like, I could right now, I'm sure I could, I'm not going to, I don't think he wants to be involved, but if I brought Wolfgang in here, he literally doesn't even know we're in a call right now. He doesn't know I'm talking to you. He legitimately, we've intentionally kept him out of the loop specifically because he had a personal connection with you, and the fact that you were genuine friends, it would really, like, any sort of video would get objectively muddied by someone that was so close friends with you being involved. So we have not reached out to him for comment. Nothing. It's just that he happens. Yes, you are correct. He happens to be the link that brought everything together. Okay. What? Oh yes. Okay. That's what I'll bring up. Where is it? Is it? I have to find. I have a couple of quotes I'd like to ask you about. I have them somewhere. I'll look for the quotes. But I'd rather have the dates and all that. I'm sorry. I was not.
It's all right. Take your
100%
time. I
prepared.
wasn't expecting an interview. I thought this was, oh yeah, hey man, we're not gonna make the videos. Let's all move on. Bye bye.
Well, that's what we're doing.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I don't know that. It could just be recorded. And
But
then the
look,
video
I'm
can
gonna
come
be
out
real. Like,
tomorrow.
I'm not like if you're being genuine and we can get this all figured out and just
Yeah,
like come to some
I'd
sort of
like to because
understanding.
I really, really like making YouTube videos. I'm tired of this shit. Like, I can give Blaze $200 and send him all my files, and we can go from there. But like, it's
All right,
just draining.
so that's actually
you know?
a very good point. I'll just go into that. Is your files, right? So might I just ask, and I understand, like I understand, you have trust issues, and that's a very valid thing. But why are you so open about collecting like files on people? Because I saw
Your
it with
friends,
the
typically.
leaked interview. Yeah, on your friends.
Well, yeah,
but in
because my
general.
friends like to betray me. It's not like okay. Let me give you context. I don't get stuff on people because for the fun of it. It's just
Mhm.
because this is what I have to do. I deal with so many people that it's like a staff turnover, if you will. Like people,
Yeah.
I bring out the worst in people without trying to. Is what I'm trying to say. Like,
Oh yeah, no, that's a very good point.
no, I don't know what it is either. I really don't. I've known Blaze since 2019, 2020, and I don't have a folder on him. I don't have a folder on him. I trust him. It's just a lot. Again, when you're friends with a commentary channel, I mean, I'm going to be all right. I'm going to say something right now, and this is nothing against Wolf. I should never have been friends with Wolfgang, considering they made so many videos about me. It was a bad idea, but I saw something in Wolf. I still do. I think he can be a very chill individual. I said this to Fear as well. I said your partner is very fun to hang out with, but it was a very bad idea. Me, my background, and the context of they've already made 4 videos about me, whether they apologized or not, it was a bad idea to overstay my welcome. Same with Labrat. Lab made 2 videos about me before we, squashed things and quote unquote became friends. And the friendship would always be shaky, if that makes sense.
Well, I have a question.
And then
that is one thing.
I have a question.
And then she was.
I have a question. Why do you still want to take down Lab and Wolf? They're just because they don't want to be your friends anymore. They don't want to be your friends anymore. That's not much of a try.
No.
Well, Labrat.
No, it's very different. Very different. Okay, so if Zillow came, anyway, I don't know. Marco Polo, right? Let's say I'm friends with Marco Polo. If they came to me and said, "Hey Vex, I don't feel like I want to be friends with you anymore. I'm not going to make any posts about you. I'm probably going to block you on social media just so I can move on." Ex-girlfriend vibes. I'd be like, okay, yeah, no worries. All right. I've never actually screwed anyone over. When you really look through my history, I've never actually just openly went, oh, yoink, post online because this person wanted to move on. It's always people, when they say they want to move on, they make tweets about me or sub tweets, or they latch themselves onto drama surrounding my name, even though they're meant to have moved the fuck on.
They
again, being friends with
drama. And I don't know why you're going to destroy them after just a couple tweets. What?
Okay, so I'm blind. All right, no problem.
Can you clarify what? Because I'd like to say that when Wolf was friends with you, he hard defended you. Yeah. I had to genuinely keep the fact that I was even looking into.
So why would he have removed the defense video? Because nothing in that video is incorrect. And while we were friends, he kept the attack videos still up, which was his choice. It's his channel.
Yeah.
But when we're not friends, he does something spiteful and removes the defense video, but keeps the outdated, incorrect videos that he had up beforehand.
I can't speak on why he did that, but I can say that
Do you know what I mean? It's he did hard defend me. I won't disagree with you. He really did. He was, at the time, he seemed like a loyal friend. And it's just, again, the shaky, rocky relationship is he's a commentary channel. He does drama, and he kept the attack videos up. Even though he said that he would unlist them. I never obviously was refreshing that and constantly checking. I only realized that actually a week before me and Wolf fell out. I was like, damn, this guy made a full-on documentary defending me, but then the attack videos are still up and we're meant to be homies, and those videos are old as fuck. Why keep them up,
Yeah. Well, I would just say, Wolf did not want anything, and I mean, he genuinely did just want to move on. But
if he wanted to move on, if he wanted to move on, he wouldn't have made that tweet announcing to everyone that we weren't friends. Because I didn't. I don't need to do that. I live in the real world. If me and someone don't be friends anymore, I don't need to publicly announce that. The only one time I've ever done that was when my friend was outed as a fucking pedo, and I had some involvement because he was in a group chat where he groomed a minor's friend from there. And I think that's a very different situation than just 2 friends falling out.
So what happened was he didn't want anything to do, and then Fire had actually went to him, showed him the interviews, and the
even though I said to Fear, and I'm not, this wasn't a controlling thing. I said, if I were you, I wouldn't tell Wolfgang about this call because I don't think it would do any good.
You said I could tell Wolf. You said I couldn't tell Labrat, which I haven't.
Oh, Labrat.
Okay.
Labrat.
Oh, we have not even. Yeah, we have. I'm gonna be real. Labrat absolutely is treating this like a cancer. Doesn't want if you think Wolf doesn't care,
I don't
Lab
blame
is
him.
actively avoiding it, which is completely valid. I haven't again, Lab is completely out of the loop. doesn't have like
they're
genuine-
all out the loop, but they all comment in other Lagos tweet. I've not done that. If someone
And
listen to me, the difference is if someone was making a video about Wolfgang, you wouldn't see me right in the comment section. As much as you lot think I'm a petty manipulative person, you wouldn't see me under the comment section going, yeah, you know, I used to be friends with them. I'm so glad that I'm not friends with them anymore. You wouldn't see that.
Yeah.
Because I actually keep my word, and Corgs is a great example of that. Because when me and him dropped that drama, I didn't say anything about him when he got cancelled because of what he did to Mitchell leaking those DMs. I kept my word. He said, if you say to me, I'm not going to talk about you, and I say I'm not going to talk about you publicly, I keep my fucking word. That's the thing about me.
So
again, I don't do.
Yeah, I don't know about that. I haven't really looked into Wolf. But the thing was,
I mean,
is
he's
he
your
saw
friend.
that.
No, we
That
don't
is
look into
true.
our
He is my
friends.
friend.
You don't
Well-
look into your friends.
No.
I mean, personally, I don't.
What?
I didn't even know. Apparently, Lego made a tweet. I didn't know about that. Could you tell me about that? Could you explain what that is?
I mean, you guys have a connection to that because you.
may I be excused? I have to go to the bathroom.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah.
Frozen pizza moment. I mean, I don't know. Like, I thought you guys were connected to the Lago video because it seems like Lago's making a video.
No, I don't know. But oh, you said Lego? I thought you said Lego.
No, I'm not on about fucking Veronica. Or whoever. Ugh. I'm on about Lagovert, Benji, the YouTuber with 40K.
Yeah.
You know the one that Lab and Wolf commented under.
There was, I don't know. I don't know.
And
I know.
Sunks
Of course, I know who Lagovert is, but like.
So how come Sunks knows that there's a video being made if there's not a video being made?
Who the fuck talks to Zonks?
Yeah. Firstly, who talks
I don't
to
know,
Zonks?
but the fact that he said that, I mean, obviously he's a compulsive liar, as we all know, but like, I don't know, it just seemed
Well,
confident.
I would clarify. I
I'm not
was
saying that you're
actually. I was
responsible for that,
planning.
though, it's just. You know.
No, I don't know who could have told. What's his name?
Zonks.
But I was actually planning to make a video. Yeah, I don't know who could have. It could have been my video. Apparently, Lago's making a video or something. It could have been that. I don't know. But I don't know.
Right.
But what I was saying was the reason Wolf is against you, and he really is, he genuinely is going from indifferent, is mainly because of, and I'm not trying to say this to shame you or anything, but the way you go on about your ex-friends is something that, even though it's private, it's not public in any way, the fact that he heard that, it really got to him personally, and it really did mess with him genuinely.
Okay. I'm sure there's a lot worse of things being said in that GC about me. Remember, I've been a part of it. I know how it works. Like,
yeah, no, that's fair. I mean,
literally the whole time that I wasn't speaking to Otter, Barley, and those guys, they were literally sat in a group chat posting me and my partner's porn in front of kids, talking shit about me. And you know that.
I didn't. I mean, I didn't know about that specific group chat.
Oh, it was.
That's another. That is another great
video.
So speaking of Barley and all them. Actually, you had made a defense video defending Barley and his partner Fresco against accusations that are crazy. I'm sure you never heard of this. That he was pedophilic. Yes. So
I
at the time, of course, yeah. But at the time these allegations were being made, like what made it different then versus after? Like, because obviously those allegations, let's assume they were false. But it turned out they did make very pedophilic comments, yada, yada, yada. Like, what?
Yeah, so at the time, Isolated was an ex-friend of Barley's. I mean, Isolated, they're also a really bad, weird person. Spots told us, he was 17 at the time, that they had very weird conversations while Icy was drunk and stuff like that on their server. At the time, I was defending Barley and Fresco. In fact, I met up with Fresco literally a day or so after that video went public. I said that in one of my videos about Corks and the whole drama. Basically, the thing that terminated me and Barley's friendship, as I said in my video, is I tried to hold him accountable because I joined Maku's public server VC, and I know that people like Otter are in that server. Otter was 16 at the time. There was a bunch of unknowns in there. Like, it wasn't a very big server, about 100 people, but still plenty of faces that I don't know. Barley definitely didn't know, and still to this day, in the interview that Optical had with Barley even said he still doesn't to this day know the age of that last person that was in the VC who lied about their age, which is concerning. Me and Barley fell out because I said to him, "Hey man," and it's all in my video in the DMs. I said, "Hey, what the fuck were you thinking? Like, bro, and again, this was me coming at him as a friend. I was like, I don't think you're a pedo, but bro, you just shared your screen. Like, we don't do that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was holding him accountable. He thought I was going to make a video because when you look at the DMs, he doesn't actually tell me I'm wrong. He doesn't argue about that. We just end up arguing about other stuff that's bottled up during our friendship because he's fake as fuck. And I guess that paranoia of his is what made him want to confide in people like Korgs and weaponize them, because Korgs and we barely knew each other, but yet he's, rebuttaling things that group chat would know about me or talk shit about me from. And I was like, great, well, we know that they're weaponizing this, 16, 17-year-old who's got a platform on Twitter, who's an artist and has a very impressionable audience. So if Korg says I'm a pedo, then everyone's going to obviously believe it. It was nasty. And my very first thread was actually me telling Korgs and all those guys to leave me the fuck alone. I wasn't going to make a video. Think about it like this, right? So I had incredible shit on Barley, but I didn't make a video. So if I was really that much of a betraying friend, like, who just collects stuff on friends to fuck them over the moment the friendship ends, that would be a prime example. I didn't talk until they started harassing me,
So that is a good point. One thing I would just like to comment on is that is another thing is a lot of the time when you associate with people that do very terrible things, right? Let's say Fresco with his pedophilic comments, yada yada yada, right?
I didn't know them. Like, how do I put this? I thought Fresco was chill, and then these things happen. I didn't become friends with him because he makes pedophilic comments.
No, I'm not saying that, but right. So you fall out with someone because they made pedophilic comments, right? And
I find out horrible, like not as in actions like that, but just bad traits in them as a person, etc. Like, it happens a lot. Like, you're friends with someone, they do something, and it's so damaging that you can't overlook that, and then you choose to move on from that person. Yeah,
but you find out these things. I'm gonna use Fresco as an example because I have something on that. And you don't act upon it. So that's one thing I'd like to call out. There was someone, you said that there was apparently an ex-pedophile in your friend group that you actually got, did you say you got them fired from a job or something?
Who?
I might be misremembering. You said, who was it?
I think you're mixing up what I said about Fresco. So I said the last thing I ever said to Fresco was, when you make your statement lying about Lab and me in this video, make sure you know what you apologize for. And I know who you are. Like, that was it. Because basically, they'd already committed online crimes against me and my partner. And also shared pornographic GIFs that were cropped of me and my partner from her AD account in those group chats. He wanted his name scrubbed from those logs. I obviously fell for what Fresco was pulling, because I said to him, right, so Barley owes you $2,500. We have all this stuff on, Korgs and Barley and stuff. And for context, I only agreed that Korgs' artwork, again censored, be shown in Lab's video because I, a person that was slandered, wanted to show that he is a hypocrite. And as a kid, he chose to post that stuff. But I was the only person in that group chat, because again, it was Rocky Foundation. I said, why aren't we showing the adults directly underneath Korgs' 18 plus artwork as a minor? Why aren't we showing that? Because Maku's in there just acting like nothing's happening. And I'm concerned because none of the adults in there are saying, hey man, stop. They're just chill with it. And there's people like Barley that are looking at that content in there. It was fucked up. Like, I couldn't believe it.
Yeah, no, that definitely is out of line. So, I brought up a quote, March 14th to 2:15 a.m.
Denzel Washington, March 14th.
Yeah, like, literally.
The Equalizer 3 when.
It was in a call between me and you. In referring to Fresco, you said if you ever start shit with me again, I'll call up his work and get him fired.
Yeah, I will. Yeah.
Which is a valid point, and I think that is honestly an honorable thing to do. But I'm just gonna say that the fact that you are not going to, because he has made pedophilic comments and he is working with
I'm so
children.
traumatized from what he's done, and I want nothing to do with him, that if he did try and step on my grass, then I would take action.
But like, actually, I'm not gonna say who, but I actually have a close friend that actually did take steps to stop someone that had made pedophilic comments from even getting a job where they were going to work with disabled children, and that's something I'm very proud they did.
I don't know if Fresco's a pedophile. I know he's a weird cunt. Okay.
Oh, 100%. I've heard a lot of the comments.
Okay.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, I won't disagree with you, you know, and I'm not just agreeing because me and him aren't friends. He is weird. Like, for example, he made that fart thread or whatever on my Discord server, which I didn't even know about because I was a complete fucking newbie of my server back then. But I have all that. Like, I showed that to him. I even said he should probably apologize for that in his statement on my video, and he didn't for some reason.
But in a way, right, and this is just from the outside, it looked like someone that has made pedophilic
I know what you're saying.
Children.
I know what you're going to say.
And you have his docs, as you've stated, and you have the means to get him not working with children. Why haven't you taken those steps? Why is it on the condition that he has to attack you first?
I mean, it's the same with Barley, technically, because he shared porn the kid.
Well, that's just point to add on to Jerry's point. Why?
I mean,
if you hold this information, we should just give it to like the proper authorities and the people.
I'm gonna have to. I'm sorry, Vex, but I'm gonna have to agree here. I think you need to take action against Fresco now. He's awful.
Yeah.
He's a danger to children.
And in a way, it's actually protecting.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's actually protecting someone that has made pedophilic comments. And that's a big issue I've had looking into it.
Well, I'm also, from my own safety, again, I agree with you. The thing I will say is because of what he's done, like making alts and spreading around false accusations on my server, posting literal like pornographic content to my server at the time, which was mixed audience. I know he's a very dangerous individual. So for me, it was more, like I said before, I was traumatized. And when the lab rat thing happened, I was like, just leave me the fuck alone. I know it sounds crazy because I'm a very confident guy, as you know, but like, it's just, he is so far beyond, like, I don't know how to explain this. Like, I disassociated, basically, when all that happened. Every time I hear his name, it's just...
To be fair, even me and Blaze brought up that point last call, and you still didn't do much about it. It was brought to your attention.
Well, I don't know what he could. I don't know if he would like try and get me swatted or I don't know.
Something
like
anonymous. I mean, it's the fucking lives of kids versus your own. I mean, I think you should sacrifice something for them. It's fucking children. It's pretty selfish, man.
Well, to be fair, it could also be out of safety because like I had this friend, he went quiet, but he had brought to my attention that someone that I was friends with was a groomer that had snuck back in from the Friday Night Funkin' community. And I got all the receipts on her, though I haven't shared it specifically because he asked me not to.
Yeah.
Well,
and I don't think it's fair to you. I don't, and I heard this thing like it's not good to just share like victim story because he was almost a victim of her partner who was also a groomer. So like I'm kind of worried like that she might. I'm kind of worried that my friend like they'll say they don't want me sharing their story without permission because they specifically told me not to, and like.
No one's saying sharing the
'Cause,
story
like-
of no one's saying sharing the story, right? We're saying report it to the proper authorities. That's not really sharing the story. That's helping kids and preventing
Well,
them from
I know,
possibly
I
getting,
know.
you know, groomed.
Well,
Yeah.
okay. So when he made his statement in my video, literally confirming to doing literal crimes against me by literally slandering me, making accounts, all that stuff in my video, the my side, I think it's called. This is obviously before the Lab Rat video, and he came back to us because he broke up with Barley. Obviously we didn't see it at the time, but he used us, me and Lab, to make a video about Barley, and he didn't care that Corks got thrown under the bus because in his mind he was like, right, I don't care about Corks. I know Vex hates Corks, so I'll give Vex that ammunition so that I can get back at my ex. We all know that's really what happened. When he did make his statement, I said to him, what's your relationship with Corks and these other people? Because you've literally just given this kid up to us, basically. And he was like, well, he won't know that I leaked this anyway, but I want to go and me and Otter are chill and we're tight. And I was like, okay, like, you don't talk about farts and all that anymore, right? Like, you don't. I saw that thread in my server. I never brought it up to you.
His Twitter banner.
Yeah, I said, like, you know, he was like, oh, we barely talk anymore. So I took that as, I didn't forgive him for obviously what he was talking about with like Otter and stuff, but like, I took that as obviously they've had a conversation, and Otter is in a very different place mentally now, where obviously that would never happen again. And I just assumed that they, you know, because he said to me, oh, I patched things up with him. So I took that as he apologized for his behavior.
Yeah. Well, it's just,
that doesn't really.
and I'm just about to say,
you know, like.
Well, I just like to say.
Oh no, I'm not taking away. I'm just putting you in my shoes. Like, I was happy that he made a statement, not because he was rectifying things he did to me, but also he was exposing himself as someone who does do these things. You know, like.
Yeah.
But this isn't really.
But like the real
man, this is about like the kids who fucking Fresco could possibly groom because he works with children. This isn't really about.
Well, Otto has a platform.
Kids. This isn't about Otta either.
Okay, well,
you have this information. Otta doesn't have this information. You do.
He does. Otta does.
Okay, but you have
Otta
the
was
power
there
to do this
as well.
You have the power to do this, and you made claims that you would do this,
Yeah,
but you're waiting for them to.
That's
cross
one
you
thing that's
until you do
always.
it.
That's one thing that really confuses me, is because Otta obviously uploaded those out of context clips on me to get back at me on Twitter, even though I never made any posts about him. But he never outed Fresco. That's also something that struck me as
Otta,
weird.
right? That's weird, yeah. But why not report it to the school?
I mean, I don't know. Like,
well, I just say one issue is that
assume-
you're holding this potential, like, I mean, being a pedophile is a crime. I don't know what you call it.
I mean,
he's
not a pedophile though. He said very offhand things in front of kids.
About
exactly,
in front of kids and about kids, and
yes,
to the school
about children. And you're saying that as long as you don't talk about me, I'm not going to do anything. But if you talk about me, I will go to the police with this. I'll get you fired. Yada yada yada.
It was literally a boundary that I'd set because of the harassment he did towards me. It was nothing to do with how creepy it was when it comes to that. I was literally just talking about, at the time when I said this to him and I threatened him, it was just a fuck off from me and my partner and my servers and my social media.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I will. I'm backed into a corner and I will fight. Like,
but this is
that was what that was. It wasn't. Oh, I know. It wasn't, I know you're a pedo or any of that. It wasn't anything to do with that. It was literally just the slander at the time. That's what I was thinking about, because I was so uncomfortable as well, like, by all that.
Okay.
Well, still,
but it is very close to like blackmail territory, at least in my eyes.
What do you expect? That's how the world works.
But even if it is blackmail, you should just still report it. You should just still report it to the school. This guy has made pedophilic comments about kids, around kids, and you shouldn't hold it over his head. You should just fucking bring it to the school, bring it to the police, bring it to whatever you said you're gonna bring it to. You shouldn't hold it as blackmail or whatever. It's a danger to kids. That should override.
Okay,
that should override your safety. Yeah. So
All right.
Okay.
So
All right.
the next thing I'd like to ask is, I've looked into. I watched a couple of I watched essentially all the videos that you had on your channel about drama, and Otta came up a lot. So like, I know Otta. I don't know like why is Otta so involved in your dramas?
because he is so involved.
He likes to insert himself into like the drama every time like Vex was chatting with someone, Otta was there, and the moment he said, Otta was silent the whole time, but then the moment he said something about Wolfgang, nothing really incriminating, just like oh yeah, and Wolfgang blah blah blah, Otta immediately started talking.
If
Okay.
I may interject
Well, the moment,
here,
the
if I may
moment,
interject
the
here,
moment,
if I may,
the
if, hold
moment
on,
that
hold
the
on,
moment that
I have,
Zillow.
hold on. If I may interject here, sorry, I don't mean to cut you off, Vex, but this is kind of important to me. Will we expect you to like report to the school after this call?
I mean, I can try.
That would actually be really appreciated.
That would be really great,
That
yeah.
would be.
Because it's a pedophilic person making pedophilic comments, right, about kids.
Comment.
Yeah,
I mean,
and
yeah,
two
if
kids.
I'm just gonna say
So-
this, I had some dude I used to work with. He doesn't work in the kitchen anymore. It was a senior home. He had talked about really inappropriate things while Minor was present in detail. Like I'll admit I talked about some inappropriate things, but I was extremely vague about it. Like if I mentioned an adult video, I wouldn't even say adult video. I would say a video I will not discuss here. And that's as far as I went. But this guy, he would like talk about the kinks that him and his ex used to be into. And he also like went up, and this kid who he knew he was 16, he went up to him, and I don't know if he was doing the bump and grinder on his leg or giving them the Heimlich maneuver, but I reported him to the manager.
Exactly, and that's what you should.
And I'm just gonna say that something that hold on, I didn't finish.
My bad.
Something must have happened with that call in the manager, because afterwards he was like, he didn't even talk anymore outside of work related things. It's like the manager must have really had at him. Yeah. So like he doesn't work in the kitchen anymore. He now works more around the seniors. But yeah, that's what happened. So I never liked that.
A lot of time has passed. A lot of time.
Will you report this to the school? You have all the evidence on him. Will you report it to the school?
All right, you're putting a lot of pressure on me. Okay, so
I mean,
a lot of stuff has happened. Let's listen. Yeah, I know, but I'm not forced to do anything. At the end of the day,
you probably should. Why would you keep it?
He said that he patched things up with Otta. Otta hasn't made a post about him. Otta's now 18, so if he really wanted to out Fresco, he can off his own back. He's the victim, or well, the others as well. Okay, Korg's even again. You know what I mean? Like,
so yeah, you shouldn't do it. The 18-year-old
that's completely valid.
I don't listen. I don't know. I don't know if he works at school anymore. A lot of time has passed, and quite frankly, I'm fucking traumatized of this guy.
You should
okay, so it's not that easy for me.
Endangerment of kids.
Okay, but I'm not you. I wake up every day to make furry memes and be with my partner. I don't wake up to be in this call with it. No, oh my God's sake.
Yeah, fire back.
Bro, I'm not that guy, okay?
No, just do it. It's for kids' safety. I mean, both me, Blaze, and Jerry agree. You should probably do it. Even if they might not work at school, you should try to find out. So will you report it to the school?
Okay, I'm not disagreeing.
I just say like all you have to do is submit. All you have to do is submit the information, the logs you have to the school. It's not that in depth, and that would really genuinely.
I don't even know what school he works at. Okay.
Okay. It's just that
I'm not disagreeing. Listen, I'm not disagreeing.
How would you get fired if you didn't know what school he's working for?
It was something I said at the time. Okay.
Yeah. All right, that's fair. And
it was a leave me the fuck alone, motherfucker. Like, please. And that's what got him to leave me alone.
Well,
that was my
that's
main concern at the time. It's not me being selfish towards kids. Again, if Otta wants to speak up about Fresco and stuff, so be it.
Yeah. I just like to clarify that quote I read was what you stated to me.
Yeah, while I was chilling in a call with you, yeah.
Which is fine. It wasn't the original quote against Fresco. Just clear that up.
Okay.
What? Do.
Again, like where I'm at now, I don't talk to drama channels.
Yeah.
I just want to make my memes. Like it's my whole friend group and everything has changed significantly. Like
So, not to die on this hill, but I kind of will. Do you at least know Fresco's general location? Because this is a big emergency. This guy's made pedophilic comments towards and about kids, and he works at a school. He possibly works at a school. So do you at
he
least know his
said,
general
he
location?
said yeah, he said unhinged things around kids. Yes.
And to kids,
Mhm.
and like about kids. So do you at least know his
All right.
general location? You can tell the county because they'll find a school, right?
I don't know if he still lives there. It's been like a year, I think. I don't know how long it's been. Okay,
Well, I mean,
like
just
I
to
don't
make an
know.
effort, you know.
This entire call isn't to talk about someone who traumatized me.
It's about
This
the-
entire call is to
but
talk about.
It's not about you. It's about the kids.
If you want to go ahead and do that, if you want to go ahead
I
and
don't
do
have the
that, go
information.
for it. That's what you guys
I
do.
don't have the information
Okay.
you do.
My
Okay.
next question I'd really like to ask about is, and this is something just to just get clarified, is very often, let's say you have drama with someone, at least recently with the what I've referred to as white knighting using Lab Rat and Wolfgang to produce, and this didn't happen very many times. I'd just like to clarify. I'm not saying this is a repeated thing, but you've used other people to go after people that have wronged you. There
No,
was a
I've helped
specific
them out.
video.
Help them out.
Yes.
I gave Wolfgang content. I put money in his pocket.
Yeah, exactly. But it was
If he
specifically against
disagreed and didn't
people-
want to make those videos, him as a grown man can say no.
Yeah.
It was drama,
But,
about
like, it
personal
was
it was
specifically
content
against-
about personal drama.
Well, it wasn't about
No, it
personal
wasn't.
drama, but it was
Oh.
Are we-
They're referring to Maku and Mochi.
Oh,
Referring to-
well,
yeah, the
Maku,
Machi folk.
Maku, Mochi, he already got himself into public trouble, so
Mhm.
it wouldn't have
Yeah.
mattered if Vex sent info anyways. He just
Oh yeah,
thought that it
no,
was
100%.
It was
He
an
said-
amber. It was an amber until that action. I was like, do you know what? I think the fandom is fucking sick of this fake suicide bullshit. Like for real.
it actually really offends me that there are people who do this shit because I've
Yeah.
attempted to kill myself before.
And my friend
stayed-
Finnaru killed themselves. I
Yeah,
didn't make any
I
tweets
stayed
gaslighting people.
I stayed in the hospital for a week without any access to electronics. I do not get the opportunity to go and say, "Hey, so I'm going to be stepping away for a while." I had to get my dad to send me a DM to Vex because they wouldn't let me.
Yeah, that
on my
shit's
phone.
real. That shit's real. That is very real.
Yeah. And I would like to
That's-
clarify, I'm not in any way defending what they've said. I completely think
All
they're
right, I
scumbags.
can see your point, and yeah, probable cause definitely. But at the time, I saw it as Wolfgang's my friend. This is the stuff he does. It wasn't.
Mhm.
Again, I could have sent this way before these events happened. It was more of a, oh god, they've really fucked themselves over. By the way, Wolf, and that was it. I was trying to help him out, like you
Okay.
know.
Yeah,
And I was trying to do good. I was trying to do good too. Maku, I was already uncomfortable at the fact they were an admin in Otter server. So when you said about taking action, I was like, right, Wolf, bro, this is not making me comfortable, bro. Like,
It was
He's-
the Maku
he's still-
video.
yeah,
Sorry, it was long. Yeah, the Maku video. The reason why I did that so late is because it was long overdue, and he was still an admin in Auto server, and then he had just found more information that he commissioned cub porn. Like
yeah.
it wasn't just him like sharing the feral porn of the otter with minors, and like it was feral porn because it was an actual otter. It wasn't like a Sona with human intelligence or anything. So it wasn't anthroquad. It was feral, and he shared it in front of minors.
Which we did bring up in the Korg's video that Lab made. Yeah.
Okay. Great.
So that was already in a video, like, you know what I'm saying? A lot of this stuff was kind of already kind of out there, but Wolfgang was the one to make like actual independent videos about these two individuals. And again, at the time, I was just generally trying to, like, you know, Wolfgang would sometimes ask me for ideas, you know, sometimes probably you as well. And it was just like, again, I'd moved on from Mochi, but then all these tweets blow up, and I was just like, you know, they already kind of had a bit of history of Mochi, not directly, but they've seen some of Mochi's tweets anyway. So it was just me helping him out. It wasn't because I wanted to scrub Mochi or Maku off the planet. I mean, more so Maku actually, because I obviously was uncomfortable with the fact that they were an admin on a server. You know?
Okay. Yeah, no, that's a fair
I'll
point.
agree with the Maku one 100%. Actually, come to think of it, the Mochi one, that was just a public affair thing. Like,
Yeah.
I'd already made my post about them anyway, slandering me. So Wolfgang bringing it up doesn't make much. It just adds to his points that he made against them.
Okay. Now, this is probably something that I'd also like to bring up about, again, the white knighting situation. Is the video context, right? That do you know that video by name or?
Context?
Yes, it was the interview with I think it was Lego or someone. It was you, Labrat, and then later Wolfgang came in, and you were essentially talking to someone to try to get them to Let me bring up.
Are you on about Veronica's quote unquote manic episode? That whole
Yes,
thing
that one. Yeah.
that Fear took those clips from. Okay, yeah.
So one thing I'd like to ask before you get into that is why did you decide to have Wolfgang upload that video? Because I'm assuming because obviously it was recorded by Labrat.
Labrat recorded it.
Yep.
Again, at the time it was all very heated. I'd obviously made my own recording, but my shadow play only showed the things they were saying. There was nothing I was saying. At the time, we were beefing with them, and they were making posts about Wolf. I mean, it even drove Wolf to, I don't know if he messaged you, but he sent me pictures of him scratching himself. Like, it.
That was a public thing, unfortunately.
Yeah, okay. I didn't want to be disrespectful, but anyway, yeah, it got really serious. And I was like, right, so someone has the context, and then Wolf made a thread, and it was at the bottom of that thread. Because obviously I said to him, people aren't going to believe words. So there's, context. We weren't, how do I put this? We said to Veronica, go to your friends, sort this out, because I don't want this to go public, because then we're all fighting with each other for another 6 months. And I've been in group chats and group calls and groups that have fallen apart, with the Bali stuff, for example. And it just gets ugly. So I said, look, just, it's happening in your server. This wasn't me controlling them or any leverage or anything. It was just more like, I've been in situations like this. And as someone who has, I would recommend just talking to your friends and just trying to, diffuse the situation. Yeah. Because all these people like eggnoggies, people like that, they love drama and it will go public. They love it. So while it's, the wound is fresh, try and patch it over, because we all want to move on. We won't talk about you, and we weren't going to. Like, Wolfgang wouldn't have made their thread if none of this other stuff happened, like, again, it's in the past now, but still, that was my mindset at the time, Yeah. Obviously, I said things in that call where I was angry at Veronica, because I've dealt with people that are like, oh, depressed, and then 10 minutes later, they're making tweets, like,
Yeah. And I would just say that video looked really, and I am Gary, like, I'm not gonna tell you to rewatch it, but it really, I don't know why you guys decided to upload that, because just the optics of it are like, I looked at that video, and it does not look good for anyone.
It doesn't. You're right. Like, again, as much as I joke about, I'll take the Homelander, thing that Fear brought. I get it. Like, and especially out of context as well. They're funny quotes. I'm not gonna lie. If anyone makes a TikTok edit, I'm definitely gonna get Fear on board with that. But no, like, I get it. Like, when I said things like, "Oh, if people screw me over and stuff like that," it was literally just me going, "Look, don't talk about us all publicly. Let's all fuck off." But obviously, I said it in a very angry way. All of us look bad,
Yeah, and that's the main reason I'm like, why did you upload this? Because that's actually what Fear saw and really, like,
hindsight, mate.
Fear to go after you. Yeah,
hindsight. We were all angry. We all didn't know who to trust. And I mean, look what's happened now. Luna's broken up with. Well, they got dumped, but yeah.
Yeah, and another thing is apparently there's more drama about them. So I'm not saying they're in the right in any way.
They're horrible.
At the end of the day, we as a group decided we did not want to associate with Veronica anymore. Veronica's partner actually disrespected me, compared me to Vosh, gaslighting me in a call, and I was like, look, we got to separate. This person is a clout chaser. They even admitted it. Like they're a clout chaser for Blue and stuff. And I was like, look, it's not going to end well, Wolf. Like I guarantee they'll pull the rug from underneath you if you made one single bad take or another paper plate joke about the goddess, Blue Fold. Again, I have nothing against Blue. It's just these people are chronically online and have parasocial relationships with people that they social climb to. I said, Wolf, look, man, you do what you want, bro, but my spidey senses are tingling, and then all these things happened at the time, and it got very heated. Like again, I agree with you that call. The context, we really did want to just talk her down, like just be like, look, it's gonna get really ugly. I can see it, and I was right. But I was basically just saying to her, look, calm your goons down. We're not gonna make any tweets. Just let's all move on.
Yeah. Okay, and I would just say, I've looked into this, and something I've noticed consistently is almost all of your ex friends are all scumbags.
Thank
almost
you so much. You know what?
I was looking for people. I'm like, who am I gonna reach out to, see if I can get insight? And I'm like, that guy's a pedophile. That guy. It's what's
really funny for someone as paranoid as I am. I have the worst taste in friends. Literally.
No, 100%. It's there are people that I'm like, I am actively not talking to this person, and I just it's something that I just noticed is why
I'm
all your
tempted
friends are
so bad to make a video on Barley just completely shitting on him, comparing him to Sniper Wolf, but it'll just start
I wouldn't.
I know.
That's me saying that, and I got betrayed. Just look, where I'm at in my mindset is I don't want anything to do with. It sounds really leftist or whatever the fuck Americans call it, but I'm so worn out, and believe it or not, the guy who has all the files, I'm really drained from all of this stuff. Literally.
Then why did you think?
I'm just being honest.
Bring down Wolf and Lab. They haven't done anything since the fucking friendship. Maybe they made a fucking few tweets, right? But
I wouldn't say Labrat did nothing.
Well, can you enlighten me?
She was really racist on a minor stream once towards a 14-year-old.
Well, yeah, all that's public.
Yeah, she made horrid comments. This one Muslim kid, he was 14, so
I don't
probably
even think he was actually Muslim. I don't know.
All right. Can I just? All right, let me just diffuse that. The point is I want to move on. So if people want to bring me down and make public tweets, being like, "Oh, I used to be friends with Vexium. I'm glad I'm not friends anymore." It's like my loyalties to you are gone.
You shouldn't let that bother you, man.
What?
Why take the?
I should. When the last thing I said, the last. It's principle. Okay, I grew up in the 90s, right? So when you say, "Okay, I don't want any bad blood. I'm not going to talk about you," and then I see 2 tweets and a retweet,
Hey,
that's
Twitter
out
drama,
of
man.
the park.
Why would you destroy?
It's not. It's literally principles. It's literally principles.
So you're gonna destroy them, quote unquote, right? Just because they made some tweets about you, let it go. Who cares? They're just
because
tweets.
they kind of broke their agreement.
Just to clarify, you again, Wolf doesn't want any drama with you. You don't want drama with him.
Well, why has he made 2 tweets about me though?
Well, because he was very frustrated with
Okay, I was very frustrated too. I was very frustrated.
And I'm sure if you made tweets
but
too,
I'm
Wolf would have made a video and you wouldn't try to destroy you.
Look,
but the point is that it's just from his point of view, he thought you were just never gonna talk about him, and personally, I don't see that, and I understand that. Well, you definitely talk about your ex-friends in private. You don't generally ever talk publicly, but a lot of stuff is said in private
because it's private. Yeah.
But the main issue is a lot of what you bring against people in private is very serious accusations,
right?
And which even if let's say they're true or false, either way, it's not a good look. Because let's say they are true, for example, with Fresco, he has made pedophilic comments. The fact that you haven't, to this point at least, made any stance against that publicly, it almost looks like you're protecting them in a way because you're not going forward with information that.
So you want me to go forward about Wolfgang?
Well, what has Wolfgang done? Because I've really looked into it, and
So
I've
that's
heard a
what
lot
it
of
is.
them.
You're using Fresco as an example of that, so that I can't go after Wolfgang.
Well, no, I'm saying if you want to go after Wolfgang, I mean, again, like, I'm just being genuine. I've heard all the accusations against him, and like, genuinely, like, I'd like to hear like what the main accusation is of stuff he's done, because if he has done something,
that's private. Like,
So you're holding
okay,
on to
that's
the
fair,
Telegram.
but like
me telling you is again, this call is meant to be about you stopping your video, right? So
Yeah.
let's
Mm.
focus on that.
Well,
So if
just
there's no
main-
video and there's no attacks coming from Wolfgang, then
But you at the beginning
well,
of
it's
the
just
call,
if he's
while
like if
knowing
Wolfgang's
that
some
this,
sort of
yeah, but at the beginning of the call,
if
while knowing
Wolfgang's
that
some
this,
sort of pedophile, I'd like to know that. Just because
no, he's
personally, I
not.
don't
No,
wanna
he's not a
associate
pedo.
it.
No, God no.
All right. Well,
So-
it's just like that type of statement of that there is something that he done, because I genuinely don't think he has done anything. I don't know, but it's just his view is that he's done literally nothing, and that he doesn't understand when you're coming out in private, admittedly, but saying, "Oh, he's this, he's that, he might have done this, he's definitely done terrible things," is he genuinely doesn't understand or know anything he's done that's terrible or bad or anything like that. So, like, it really does sound like, because from his point of view, and I'm being genuine, he does not have any idea what he's done, if anything. I don't either. Like, I haven't seen anything against him that sounds bad. I've heard the stuff you've accused him with fire, and a lot of that is iffy. You know, it's not really, like, anything hard or even anything, no disrespect to you. And him hearing that, like, oh, there's all this stuff that you have that he's done, when he doesn't think he's done anything, that's really the reason. That he
It's
has
more
made
of a, it's more of a case of, and I know why you're asking. Your friends
He
are.
didn't bring you
It's more of a
up
case of
for,
a lot
you
of
know,
people are
for
hypocrites. A lot of people are hypocrites, and a lot of people use me as I wouldn't say a scapegoat. It's just like when he said that I actually was the one that made the agreement, and he agreed and then left. And then I see these tweets. It's just like, I don't owe the guy any loyalty, so I will discredit him.
To be fair, right?
Yeah.
Wolfgang didn't talk about you until he heard that you were talking about him in the call.
Which you couldn't help yourself but
You
tell
told
him
me-
that.
You told me I could.
You stirred the
told me-
pot.
You
Well,
told me
in-
I could.
Okay.
In Fire's defense, they are literally dating, so
I know. I'm trying to think of, like, I know.
that is a fair point. But
Which is, you know,
and I would
the
say
morals
that
in
if,
this call is you guys are Team Wolfgang, and that's fine. It's just
No,
Yeah.
we're team us. We're
If
team
there's
us. Like,
genuinely-
Wolfgang's our friend.
Let-
We're
no,
team
I'd,
us.
I'd
listen.
say
okay. Listen to me. I really didn't think he was going to make any tweets about me, and when he did, obviously, like him, it
Mhm.
obviously upset me because I was like, "Damn, I thought we were really moving on." You know, I get it. I said things about him privately to you, but again, this
Yeah.
was all out of anger. Okay,
one-
it just happened as well, very fresh. Like,
yeah.
Those tweets he made were also out of anger.
The
and
one
I,
thing-
Pull out
and I
against him.
still want to move on. I still want to move on. You know, like
Well, I totally agree, but the thing is from how it looks to me, I genuinely see nothing Wolfgang has done that's anything worth of calling him out. I've not seen like literally anything. So when you're referring to vague things that he might have done, is like that's the real reason that he has a problem, because how it looks and how I see it and I believe is I don't think he's done anything wrong, anything that's worth calling out. But you're wording it as though there is, and that's the reason that he has such a problem. And I think
well,
that
I mean,
genuinely,
he betrayed me, so that's number one.
oh,
so-
that's totally valid, and I agree that he might have betrayed you. But the problem is you're saying that he might be engaging with minors, such like that,
I didn't.
and like
No.
He said
well, not engaging, but talking with, being associated.
he said he
I
only
didn't.
said-
I literally
You did.
didn't say he was a groomer or a weirdo.
Yeah, no,
No.
you didn't say he
Right,
was a
I'm
groomer or a
done.
weirdo. You
And-
definitely didn't. But his
I
point
said
being
if I'm a weirdo, the public would also see Wolf as that, and I said this to Wolf as well. Again, these aren't. I didn't say this out of disrespect. It was literally me looking out for him at the time when he told me about him and Jam at the Airbnb or whatever it's called, and B, I was using it as a valid example towards you, Fear. It wasn't because, oh, I'm going to go tell everyone he wants to go stay with Jam. It was nothing like that. It was just a literal
Mm-mm.
example.
But my
Okay,
point
which
was
I get
that
as your
you're
partner.
30 and
Listen,
they're
as his
16.
partner, all right, as his partner, I get your concern, and I get that it obviously pissed the both of you off. I get it, okay, but it was just me, literally just pulling examples out. That was it. It was just a
Yeah.
conversation we had. Okay, I don't think Wolfgang's a fucking pedo. There we go. End of case. Right.
Yeah, no,
And you can see
I'm
where
just
Wolfgang's
saying
coming
though
from.
that I think you could literally crush this by like go to Wolfgang
I
privately.
do, but all this cross contamination, all right, and this is why I want this to be the last fucking call we ever have. Sorry,
Okay.
Wolfgang doesn't exist anymore. You know what I
Alright.
mean? Like they're gone. Like do you know what I mean? I'm moving on, which is why I said
So-
I was even the one to make the agreement. I want to move on because I know how this goes. Through Twitter, they just can't handle it. Everyone obsesses over people for months on end. Like it's just
So you retract your statement
That's
that
fair.
once that video comes out, that you're not going to destroy Wolfgang because you just want to move on, right?
well, I do, but I don't know any loyalties to him. If I bring him up as an example of contradictions, yeah, that's valid for me to say that.
Yeah, and I would make a
Okay.
point.
It wouldn't
is
be.
that-
Listen. These points aren't to destroy. It wasn't.
Yes, you
These
said that.
points aren't. Otherwise, there would be separate videos. There would be separate videos if that was the case. It's just more of a. I've been backed into the corner. The fandom has absolutely, completely fucked me over. Okay.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of things that people don't know. And it's not me revealing secrets to just deflect things I've done or accusations against me. It's more of a case of a conversation. Everyone's a hypocrite to some degree. It's literally just that. Okay. Like again, if I wanted to screw that, if I was this much of a disloyal friend, I would have posted the lab rat calling Muslim people terrorists ages ago. I would have put that out straight away. Okay.
Yeah, I agree.
You know what
I
I'm
just
saying?
point
I
out
really
that-
did want to be left alone. Like,
A lot
genuinely, I'm
of-
so drained.
Yeah, that's fair. And this is the last thing I'm going to say about Wolfgang is that the main difference is when you're bringing up like an 18-year-old, a 17-year-old, is he's 19 and you're 30. That's the main that's where the divide comes.
Yeah, George
because-
Not Founder's like 20, right? Well, Wolfgang's 20 now, but yeah.
Yeah, but I'm gonna be real. Like,
George Not
if
Found.
and no disrespect to Zillow, but if Wolfgang was making
No,
the
but
same
it's a good
comments
reference
towards
point.
Zillow, I would call him out just as strongly as I'd call you out for making the same comments, right?
All right.
Like, it's not that, it's just the fact that he's associating with people that are like 17. You're defending associating with someone that's 16 and you're 30, and the age difference is much lower, so it's a lot more socially acceptable, at least in my mind, because
I just don't get why my friendships have to be dissected by random people. Like,
that's fair.
You
That-
guys
that's a
make
fair
it. You
point.
guys actually make it weird. Me and Zillow being
No.
friends isn't weird. Like,
No, it's just a general it's like a general feelings around like most people that 30-year-olds talking to 16-year-olds is pretty weird.
when you say it like that, it is. But
I mean, it's more about
that's what's
maturity.
happening, that's
It's
what's
again, we're not
happening.
here. We're not here to.
30-year-old
We're not
talking
here
to
to
16-year-olds.
argue.
We're not here to
We're
talk
not
about
here to
that.
argue, man.
I mean,
Yeah.
yes.
What were you saying? Not.
No, never mind.
The last thing. Fire, you have anything?
Report that pedophile to the school, man, and fucking don't let people call you a Zillophile, and don't call yourself a Notophile, and stop talking to kids.
What do you want me to say? All right, mother. like,
I mean, I would love it if you did.
You.
like you're literally telling me what to do. Like,
No, I'm
I
just saying
don't
it's
know
pretty
who you
weird.
are.
I'm just pretty weird. I mean, we had 3 calls
All right.
at this point. I mean, Zillophile, man, really
I see your point on every.
let that happen.
I see your point on. I see your point everywhere. I see your
Yeah.
point everywhere else, except I don't see the problem with him talking to Zillow about YouTube videos.
I never said that. I
Oh,
don't care about
that's
some-
it. That's another thing. Is with the group chat, right? The group chats you had. Would you just like to clarify how regularly would you say you talked to Zillow, at least with the period with the group chat? Because that's what I have a record of. Like, how regularly did that happen?
What do you mean?
Because with the interview with
I talk to
Fire,
Zilla every day,
Oh, you
Okay.
said you
24 hours in a day.
You said you didn't
I did
last time.
what?
well, he
You said
didn't.
you
He
just
didn't
talked-
answer the question directly. He didn't directly
Again,
answer it,
it's not
so.
it's not anyone's business. Like
So you said
I
you
talk
do
to Blaze
him,
every
or-
day. Does everyone need to know that
Oh,
too?
Blaze not a
It's the
minor.
same. It's the same level. Like I don't care
I'm
that Zillow
20.
is a minor.
He's
Nothing
I'm
is
20,
inappropriate
obviously.
happening.
So
I'm
so
I'm
you
20 and I'm 20.
What? Hold on. What the fuck do you mean by obviously?
Order in the
Yeah.
court. Order in the court.
Yeah.
I'm when you bring up being a decade older, Vex is a decade older than me. I'm 20.
Yeah.
You're not a minor. I don't care about that.
That
Yeah.
that
Zillow
doesn't
is
mean anything.
16. Oh my gosh, fuck's sake.
So every
Yeah.
single day,
And
24
just
hours, right?
one
Hold on.
last.
So
Right,
every
I'm
single
gonna
day, every
I'm
single-
gonna say
wait,
this.
wait, wait.
This
Every single
entire
day, every
listen,
single
this
day.
entire
Yeah,
call
you
feels
talk to
like
him
a
about-
waste of
you
time.
talk to
This
him about
entire
every single
call,
day.
this
You
entire
talk
call
about
is a waste of my
YouTube all the
fucking time.
Order in the court.
What I talk to Zilla about is none of your concern.
I mean,
Yeah.
It-
What you
And
talk to
could you just
Wolfgang about is none
clarify-
of my concern. What you talk to fucking Pikmin 3 Game of the Year edition is not my concern.
I mean, it's
it's-
concerning.
I'd
when,
just
you're
like
a
to-
minor.
No, I just like
It doesn't
to clarify
concern
though.
you. There's no case. There's nothing.
'Cause-
And I'm not saying that because I'm
The-
defending myself. I'm saying it because literally, it's nothing to do with you.
Yeah.
And it's in a group call with other adults present, so
Yeah, nothing weird, but you
No.
have stated that your relationship is exclusively professional about YouTube. Like, is
Yes,
that what you're stating?
and we hang out sometimes. That's it. Like,
Okay.
in a group call with other adults, and Vex
So-
actually
Mhm.
talks more with the adults.
To
Yeah, I'm not
and,
saying
and,
anything
and
weird. I'm
Zillow
just-
streams almost every day. Like,
Yeah.
You say
Yeah,
you talk to
I would
Zillow
just-
every day, right? So you talk to him strictly about YouTube every single day for the past. How long have you known him? Just strictly about YouTube for the past every day.
what does this have to do with you taking your videos down?
Well, the main thing is I
You've
just
asked
want
this quite. You've repeated yourself so many fucking times, and I've told you.
Yep.
And I'm not being defensive. Me and Zillow's friendship has nothing to do with anyone. Like, really, we're friends. That's it. Like,
Okay.
this isn't
So
a
you
criminal
are friends. You
investigation.
are friends, right?
Yeah, we're
This is-
friends.
Okay.
YouTube.
Okay.
Yeah.
Mutuals.
Well, I just say because in the group chat it wasn't just about YouTube. I don't even think YouTube. was brought
Okay,
up
yeah,
once.
we're human beings.
I'm not saying there's anything wrong
I-
with it. I'm just pointing out that there was a statement made that it's exclusively YouTube, and that is just incorrect. Correct? It's not just you're not only talking about YouTube. You're also friends. That's just what I wanted to
I'm so
clarify.
sorry about that. I'm so sorry.
Yeah, no, you're fine. You're fine, man. It's just something
No,
I
I was being
I wondered.
sarcastic. Like, I'm sorry for talking to Zillow about other things than YouTube.com.
Well, then just don't
Alright.
say that's all you do,
Um,
because that makes it seem like you're hiding something. Man.
That is the premise. No, it doesn't.
It
It's the
does.
premise of our friendship. All right, if you think that, then okay.
no.
Friends are friends at the end of the day. Like, we talk about. I don't need to publicly announce what I talk about with my friends, because he is my friend. He has his own privacy, his own rights.
But
like,
when you say
someone's
you
business.
exclusively talk about
It would be
YouTube,
someone's
and then It
business.
turns out you don't exclusively
God,
talk about
fucking
YouTube.
hell.
You know, you can see my point, man.
Oh, fucking hell. Yeah, I do. We met from YouTube. We mostly talk about YouTube. That's
Well,
it.
that's mostly.
Mostly
No.
YouTube. Yes, okay. Yeah. Obviously, there has to be something else than YouTube to actually want to speak to someone daily, right? Like, that's just normal.
But you did
Yeah.
say
Not
that,
weird.
like, it was just about YouTube, and now it's not. So it leaves room for interpretation in my end. You know.
Zillow, do you want to? I don't even know what to say. My brain is rotting.
Like I'm not saying anything. Like I don't believe that anything inappropriate is going on between you and Zilla. I'm just stating that because
Me
you
and Zillow's
claim-
friendship only got weird because other people said that. Me and Zillow
Yeah,
are just friends.
exactly.
We're just, like,
Yeah.
It's no different than having a Twitter mutual or being on someone's friend list because you're like, hey, if you want to add me on Discord, you can go ahead. It's
Aside from Wolfgang, I don't
Yeah.
talk to all my Twitter mutuals on a daily basis.
I mean, you don't have much Twitter mutual.
Yes, that's a great question. I just thought of Reaver is another great example. Reaver is 18 now, correct? I'm bringing him up because he has talked about.
This seems more like an
less-
interview. This doesn't seem like I'm taking videos down and you'll never hear from me
We
again.
are. I already took
Well,
my
I'm
2 videos
again.
down. These are just
Yeah,
questions we
and
have,
honestly,
man.
like I just genuinely want to know
Okay.
this because like I'm actually not planning to make the video. I was going to, but like so you have been honest and like I don't feel like there's anything I need to prove
All
really.
right, what's up with Reaver? He's a very silly fucking guy, but yeah.
Yeah, he's made some slight less than appropriate comments.
Yeah. And I
just
brought it
so
up
you
to
know.
him. He even replied to one of my tweets inappropriately, and I brought it up to him. I
Alright.
think I made a public tweet about like, hey, if you are a minor, like,
Yeah.
yeah. And also, I don't know if you saw my tweet about this, but with Zillow, for example, and Zillow can or cannot confirm this. When I made my account 18 plus, the only reason that I follow Zillow is because we're friends. It's
And
not
Square.
even deep. Like I said to him, mute my tweets or unfollow me, just so you know, because my accounts did. And I was also following like 400 people, so I hadn't cleaned out things yet. I hadn't, Again, I only made my account 18 plus because the fandom pushed me to do so. Personally, I don't think. I mean, come on, Finster has an OnlyFans, and they're just a fucking femboy. Everyone else gets to have OnlyFans and all that, and just not have any warnings in their bios. But because I'm a furry, even though the fandom is literally built on degeneracy, I have to literally do all these things. So I actually reached out to Zillow and said, hey man, like my account's changing, just so you know, please mute me. That's a minimum mute. Like I said, you already changed your settings, right? Like, you can't see any 18 plus media at all. Cause I know you guys don't know Twitter that well, but like when it comes to algorithms for you pages, like if a minor makes a Twitter account, they're not actually even going to see the post or even the media. If you don't have a birthday set, you can click to view suggestive, whatever it is, nudity content. Again, I'm not responsible for a multi-million-dollar app, but I'm responsible to reach out to my friend and say, hey, by the way, please mute my account as a default. Also make sure your settings are this, just in case something does slip through. If you do wish to unfollow me, not a problem at all.
Yeah.
And
that was you reaching out.
I obviously would have mutually unfollowed him.
Yeah, that was you reaching out to Zillow, correct?
Yes.
And was that this specific message? I believe it probably was.
Yeah. Did you get that from my Twitter?
I don't know. I just have it.
Okay. Yeah, there you go. See, he says his stuff is age-gated anyway, so he couldn't see it, even if I never warned him. But as an adult, I wanted to tell him, hey, my stuff's changing.
Which is valid. And I think that is a very good call. That is a very good call.
I want to bring this up. He actually did something that this one person named Caitlin Coy did not do. She was a big-time Splatoon creator, kind of a piece of shit because she always starts drama and shit. But she decided to switch her main account to 18 plus and didn't give any warnings.
I did.
Yeah, exactly. And Puppy Chan, same with Puppy Chan. She did not give any warnings until after people said, hey, why'd you switch your account to 18 plus when now that you're 18, even though when you were 17, you said that your account was safe for everyone?
Thing with me is I've publicly dated adult content creators for 5+ years. In fact, the way me and Blaze met was because some edgy commentary 15-year-old literally posted uncensored stuff from my partner's page. I didn't have an AD at the time. I had an AD as of December 2023 or 22. I can't remember. What was it, both? 2022. I obviously at that point was just a YouTuber that dated, OnlyFans chicks.
That just goes to show he can't ever be family friendly.
Yeah, I literally cannot. Like, you know what I mean? But what I will say is, when I first got in a call with Fear, as much as I disagree with Fear about certain things, I do understand from the third person, it does look odd that I'm friends with Zillow. I get it, okay? Mm-hmm. But if you watch Wolf's video, he said Vexium had these friends before he switched his stuff to 18 plus. So I don't really feel like dropping my friendship with Zillow when really all we talk about is YouTube and hang out sometimes. I don't see it as a problem. Okay. All right. Like,
yeah.
Sue me.
Yeah. One thing I had heard was that actually both you and Zillow mark your videos as 18 plus. Is that true?
No. You can
What,
look
that
at.
is-
I can
No,
show you
that is-
every
that's
screenshot of every
wait,
video
what
I've
we said.
done.
You
None of them are
literally said
18
that.
plus.
we mark our videos as not for kids because
We
if we
Oh,
mark
okay.
ours as not copper compliant, not 18 plus.
Yeah, that's the thing. Yeah, that's the thing. If
There's
you
a
don't
difference.
want your kid, if you don't want your content, COPPA won't let you do like I want a general audience. They say you either they're either for kids or not for kids. So if you, it makes it impossible to do like general audience. Like I've always been a non-family friendly content creator, even when I was a minor, because I would like I used to make YouTube poops. Like I would make the characters
I love
like say
those.
swear words and shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Used to
Yeah,
love
yeah, like I would
that's
make
where I
the character.
started. That's where I started. Yeah.
Yeah, I used
YouTube poop where they die.
I used
Fitness
to do
Bill.
that, and I made the characters swear and make inappropriate jokes, but that's really all they were. They were jokes, and a lot of them I have taken down because either they were not really that good, or there were some jokes in there that I no longer agree with. But I've never been family friendly, and that I've
Mhm.
always had my entire channel set as not for kids, even though I was a kid, even though I was by law a kid at the time. So like when you make content to where like you make some more mature jokes like PG-13 or even R-rated, because if you're 17 you can watch R-rated movies. And that's the thing, regardless of the content in an R-rated movie, if you're 17 you can legally watch it without an adult.
Yeah.
And you would help. There wouldn't be an option to say that you want a general audience. You would have to put not for kids, like if you want comments and even ads on the videos.
What I will say is, when I make my YouTube videos, Vexium YouTube hat is on. When I make my other stuff that I won't mention here, that's that. It's take it as personalities. Okay, I
Yeah.
get that it's obviously all one brand. I completely get that, but I'm just doing what Blue Wolf does. I'm just doing what. I mean, I am. They had their stuff was public. Like I'm just doing what other people do. You know, same with the really, the crop stuff in my YouTube thumbnails. Quite did that. Quite has way more of a minor audience than I will ever have. And he now posts bulge pics. Like, it's.
And I'd like to clarify, there's nothing wrong with you having crop porn in your thumbnails. That is just a furry fandom.
I'm
only
the
issue
one
I
that
have
actually
is-
least does it because I get PNGs from video games like Amorous. Obviously, it's an 18 plus game, but again, adults should only know that.
And here's the thing: if a minor notices that that's a character from
that's not my
Amorous,
problem.
The only way they could tell that those characters are from a porn game is if they know about said porn game. Because even the PNGs of the characters, they're in like they're in slightly risque clothing, but it's not usually porn. It's like he finds a PNG of a character that he like searches suggestive furry PNG on Google Images and probably finds the first one he gets.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to build a furries, and most, let's be honest here, ideally adults. Okay,
Like,
I've
they'll
done
see-
so many
Oh, yeah,
tests
I
that
don't
prove
agree.
my
Furries should
audience.
be, kids.
Yeah.
I agree. You know what? I agree too. Especially with all the fucking drama on Twitter. Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Damn, I'm with you on that one.
Yeah, no, I totally agree as well.
To me, as a boomer, furry, as much as I wish it was more accepted in society, I do. It's the same with pup hoods, right? I think yes, you can look fashionably okay in public, but at the end of the day, it's a pup hood. It's weird, as you like to call it, and I get why normal people wouldn't like it. And as much as I want to sit here with nail emoji, sparkling emoji, and be like, "Girl, deal with it," I still see it as, you got to somehow you got to somehow integrate into society. Like I will never, because I'm who I am and I'm proud of who I am. But like when I go out in public, I'm wearing my Moncler, my black jeans. No one really even knows I'm a furry because that's just how I choose to present myself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And what was I saying? And I guess that's where Vex sees the difference between Quad and Feral because like that
All right.
Quad
I don't
is
want to talk about. I don't want to talk
I
about
know
that
that.
with Zillow present. I'm just
right. Well, I
Yeah.
mean, in a general sense, it doesn't have to be like NSFW because like people can still draw safe for work art of their sentient Sona walking on all fours just because like, or some people do it for like
Listen.
some people like they do it for like a meme, like they like Wolfgang, he drew Sona on all fours, but it was just his Sona being held by a person as if they were holding a puppy.
All right. I want to move
yeah,
on. I want to move
yeah, we
on
better
from that,
not
please.
with,
And I'm not.
Yeah,
I'm not
Zillow
deflecting.
here.
It's just
I'm
I
just
don't
saying
feel,
that
I don't feel
Quad-
comfortable with.
I know it's
yeah.
just that quad Sonas have been around since the early days, and I can understand why a lot of newer furries would get that confused with something else.
Well, I mean,
Yeah.
I think everyone
At
in the
the
world
end of
knows
the
what
day,
traditional feral porn is, and I think 4 out of
Yeah.
5 of
Well,
us
yeah.
have a bad opinion about it.
Well, yeah, I don't.
All right,
I
I'd
don't-
just like to also ask. And this is more of a funny thing. So you made a video defending or giving the side of Cyrus, right? The YouTuber,
I never defended him.
or
Watch
not
the video.
defended, but you
Who's
I did
Cyrus?
watch it. Well, I wouldn't say
Cyrus?
defend.
Cyrus is
Oh wait, no. I know who that guy is. I know
Yeah,
exactly.
it
who
was
you're
not
talking
really
about.
a defense video. It was more just giving his side of the story.
that video
Was
is old.
old.
It was
That
old.
is
It was
old.
years before it even hit 1 million subs. I took it down because he told me to take it down at the time. Obviously, now I know why he wanted it taken down because brother was projecting. But yeah,
About the
Mhm.
Cyrus is not okay video. That video, because that's
Yeah.
still up. I'm looking at it right now. by the
I
way.
know. I
Oh,
put
you
it up.
didn't take it down. Oh, I thought you
No. I had a commentary channel. If you did your research, I had a commentary channel, and that's where that video was up originally.
Okay.
Yeah, I used to do what Wolfgang did, but get fucking mad views.
Dude, I'm gonna be real, man. Your commentary videos were great. I don't know why you stopped making them.
No,
I
they
loved them.
sucked. They were cringe.
I loved them.
I copied Pyro so much. No,
Yeah, you did, but it was. I actually used to enjoy your content genuinely.
But even you know what's crazy? Like me and Scrubby knew Cyrus when they were 14.
God.
How old were you?
Yeah, I don't fucking remember. Probably like
Early
25.
20s. Or yeah,
Oh,
early
no.
20s.
But it's crazy. Like we knew him. I mean, Scrubby gave him a platform by literally collabing with him when Scrubby was 19, I believe. And I worked with Scrubby for years. Great fucking legend of a guy. And then he's helped him out so much, and then he ends up fucking doing that stuff to kids. I was like, jeez, like I felt betrayed, but let alone fucking Ryan, like who helped him out so much from being a child. Like, Jesus, dude, that betrayal though.
Yeah, and actually, I beg to differ that most of Vex's original audience, before he got the furry audience, he had an audience of adults that watched Scrubby's videos because he used to work for Scrubby. Like that's where I'd say most of his original audience came from. Is from Scrubby.
It's a bit of both because obviously I talked about really like serious topics, like adult stuff, but Belle Delphine, bathwater, stuff like that. Yeah, commentary.
He actually had showed me some parts of his old channel. His most viewed video was calling out an actual zoophile.
Yeah, Whitney.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, he's been it's the fact that he's somewhat new to the furry fandom, so no one really knows his past.
I think you know what. Sorry to interrupt you. In Jerry, when you said about making bad decisions with friends.
Yeah.
I think, how do I put this? When I was done with commentary, I was like, all right, so I'm out of my toxic relationship that didn't let me be a furry. They were very controlling, and I wanted to just be myself. So I went full, full on gas. I was like, right, let's just make furry content. Let's hustle. Everyone says that there's no money in furry content. I will prove them wrong. And then obviously it took me fucking ages, but eventually after like furry cringe video number 15,000, things started to pop off. And like I think I just picked the wrong friends because I was new to all of this, like all the politics of drama and people's like the fandom's opinions on things are always changing, and I think only now I've recently I'd say bonded with that, if that makes sense. As much as I'm away from furry Twitter now, like that's what's kind of pushed me to just stick to making the videos. That's why a lot of people, like, for example, is it Minty Paws Zillow? Like, they don't even have a
Yeah.
Twitter because there's just so much drama on like furry Twitter.
I took down my Twitter. I'm tired of it.
Yeah, I hate the platform.
Mhm.
It feels like the hood. Like, it's just there's gun shops and fucking wine shops on every corner.
Not
Everyone
a
wants to
day
argue.
went by when I reported. I've reported multiple like zoophiles and like bigots only for Twitter to tell me that they didn't break any rules.
Yeah.
And it got so tiring because I'm like, these are literally people breaking the TOS, but since Muskrat is in charge, he wants to boost those people because they say things about they own the libs or something. Some stupid thing. I don't know. I hope Elon Musk slips on ice the wrong way.
For real.
Yeah.
Zillow, is there anything you want to say, man? Because you've been quite
Yeah,
quiet.
Zillow,
You don't
is
have
there
to
anything-
talk, but like if.
No.
All right, okay.
Okay.
I just want to give everyone a chance to speak because I've spoken a lot. So,
Yeah. If anyone wants to say anything, just interject.
So what's the plan going forward? Because you took your videos down. Why did you choose to do that? If you don't mind me asking.
Yeah, that is a good question.
You asked me to, right? I'm not bad faith, am I? I mean,
No.
I-
I'm only asking
No.
because like, it was like a week. I don't know if it was a week ago or a few days. My brain is rotting, but like, I just assumed you would have done that after the call. But
I told
was
you I
I was just
consider
wondering-
it,
It just
and I
happened.
did consider it. Yeah, I just took it
Okay.
down because
It was just
you
that,
know,
and
if I'm
yeah,
gonna
it just
Just a
talk
happened
general
about
that
it on my
question.
word, I'm not gonna be a dick and just say I'm gonna do something and not do it. You know, I may disagree with you on literally everything, but like I'm.
we can still
when-
respect each other.
Exactly, and I'm not gonna be a lying faggot and just like just like
I was
just
not
not on my
expecting to
word.
say that, but based. Yeah.
Yeah.
And
one thing I
honestly,
just-
and like I generally like this whole thing has just rotted my brain. And honest, it's partly my fault. And I'm not saying this in a egotistical way, but like I said, in a weird way, I feel like if me and Wolf, just parted ways after we shook hands, and he apologized to me when he made those videos. In a way, I feel like a lot of this could have been prevented, and it's the universe. I'm not blaming Wolfgang. I'm saying it's the universe. Like, really, I shouldn't be friends with drama channels. Again, there's nothing against Wolf. I'm not trying to generalize. It's just I need to start making new friends. I need to just focus on being consistent with my upload schedule, spending more time with the fiance, and things like that. Like I've just all this has been really unhealthy for everyone. I think everyone, as much as yeah, I think everyone's pissed off and upset.
Mm.
But you are done with like making
Yeah.
shit on Wolf, right? Because like I personally, right, as his girlfriend, I really don't want you to destroy him for not being involved in this shit. Like, yeah, he betrayed you, quote unquote, right? I don't really know what happened there, but
It was-
like it just honestly, I would just drop it.
When Lago makes their video, if they do, which I don't care because he's just going to be. I've already written down everything I know he's going to bring up. Okay,
Yeah.
I will literally mainly focus on what he's spewing at me, spurging about, whatever. I don't even know if I'll even respond, because if it's all stuff that's already public, and I hate repeating myself, I really should start charging people. I don't even think I'll be responding, because
That's probably the best.
I know myself, and yeah, it's not a cope. It's just
No.
I know that guy has. I know that guy has hated me since April 2023 when we didn't fall out, but like one of his admins was a dick to me. I came to him about it. Obviously, I was my attitude back then was fucking worse than it is now. I was just like, hey, like, why is this like random because at the end of the day, like my admins don't hold any biases towards server members, right? So if server member A or B or C breaks our terms and conditions, whatever rules, they will act the same. That's what I try and maintain with my admin staff. Obviously, sometimes like if it's someone's ex, obviously, but like with that situation, I was posting in an art channel, which was a piece of fan art that someone had made. I hate the word fan art; it's fucking cringe. But like, someone made artwork on my Sona, so I posted it in just a generalized art channel, which was for promotion, by the way. This person, I think the name was Yaga, was like, "I don't want to fucking see your shit." It was something really nasty and backhanded. I was like, Jesus Christ, I've never spoken to this person, so I was like, "What's your problem? You know, what the fuck do you want? Who are you, bro?" And he was just like, "Oh, I can't wait for you to slip up." And I was like, Jesus, like, that's not professional for an admin to speak to a server member like that. Like, you put your personal grievances aside, you know?
Yeah.
And I tried bringing it up to Lego, and he just didn't give a shit. So I was like, I mean, I shouldn't have made a post about it publicly. That probably is what caused him to block me. But again, my mindset back then, I used to make so many posts like this. Now it's just check out my video, if that, like, you know.
Yeah.
I used to be, you know, what's funny? When I see Zunks, I feel sorry for him. I used to be just not as bad as that, Jesus, but like I used to always get involved and respond to drama all the time, and it's just, yeah.
That is someone I wanna start shit because they've reached the epitome of because Zunks has reached the epitome of furry lolcow and like
Real.
in terms
Yeah.
of like the furry lolcow community. Zunks is probably my favorite.
Oh, the furry
lolcow.
lolcow community is nothing.
Honestly, Zunks would probably be my favorite furry lolcow.
No, I'm talking about the community around it. They don't do
Oh.
anything. They just harass them.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
There's no real good
Well, I mean, they
content for that.
harass. I mean, they do harass. I mean, they harass lolcows like Daniel Larson and manipulate him into doing things.
Yeah.
Fire
Like,
alarm.
I'm not saying Daniel Larson. I'm not saying Daniel Larson's a good person because, from what I know, he's done some pretty bad
He's
things.
a
But
pedophile.
some of the things he's done, well, of course he is. He was all.
But
there are
lolcow
other things-
isn't. I mean, they all
Well,
are.
yeah. Boogie, I don't know. I don't know if Boogie is. He's just.
I don't know all of them.
Boogie is Boogie 2988. He's just sad. He's just a very pathetic man. Wings of Redemption. Nah.
Oh my god, that guy.
Could have Bowser.
Didn't he spend
My
like
favorite-
$80,000 on a mobile card game or something like that, and then complained about his finances?
Yeah, and probably my favorite mainstream lolcow would have to be Ethan Ralph. I don't know if
Hey,
Jerry, you know
Blaze.
who Ethan Ralph is?
Blaze, have you heard of Bowser?
Mm. No,
The White
okay.
Bowser?
I saw a video thumbnail for that, but I didn't hear about it. I don't know about him. I found it from a video I was watching on Justin RPG, another
Yeah.
legendary lolcow.
Real.
Mm-hmm. So Jerry, you know about Ethan Ralph?
Nope, no clue. I'm just getting into local
Oh,
stuff
he-
recently.
Ethan Ralph is he's like some far right grifter who
Ah, of
streams
course
on
he is.
he streams on Nick Fuentes' site because he was banned from Twitch, and he all he does is he does like XQC level reactions to like the weather, and then whenever the woman reporter comes on, he just calls her a cunt and a bunch of other misogynistic things.
Wow.
And he also has gotten beat up in public twice. He was supposed to fight this other grifter named Andy Worski in Portugal. He ended up getting himself into trouble with one of the locals, and he got beat up, and his man purse was stolen and sold on Portuguese eBay.
Pissed.
Man,
And then-
crazy.
And then a week later, I think he went back to Portugal and he got beat up again.
Blaze, have you heard of Jupiter?
And no,
Oh damn.
the planet, or is this another lolcow?
No, Jupiter the hybrid.
Oh no, I haven't.
Okay. Oh, no,
Cool.
congrats, Zilla.
Thank you.
Oh hey, you have the same sub count as me.
Yeah. I mean, fucking hell, when I was your age, I was doing nothing with my life, bro. So congrats.
Happy for you, man.
It's funny because most of my subscribers are from these following two videos. First, it was this one.
Oh God.
Found dead in Miami. Real.
And then this one. Like that's where I peaked.
Real.
Which kind of it's good but bad in the way that my recent videos are kind of underperforming.
Yeah.
So I just
I'll
wanted
get
to
there.
like, generally ask, like, you guys didn't reach out to me because you were afraid of me dragging Wolfgang into my response to Lago, right?
No, we didn't even know you knew about Lego. I mean, fuck, we found out about
Okay.
Zung's posting about it.
Okay.
Zung's
Zung's
blocked
I
me.
thought-
Zung's blocked me on Twitter. He was suicide
Good.
baiting, and I told him to stop LARPing.
Yeah.
Mm.
All right. I'm
Oh,
just
yeah.
asking generally because
Are you gonna reach out to Lago?
No, I mean not anymore. Right?
this is just a question that because the thing is, me and Wolf stopped. I'm not saying that like Wolfgang reached out to Lago to make a video on me, but it's just as soon as me and Wolf weren't friends, and then a week or two later, Lago is somewhat announced making a video on me. Just
As
I
Wolf's
just want to know, like,
girlfriend, he would have told me. So no, he didn't reach out to Lego
Okay.
about it.
Bro, imagine if Wolfgang just masterminded it, went to the biggest furry drama content
I'm
creator.
not accusing
to
him. It's
destroy your
just
career.
I
No,
just
I'm
don't
just-
want this thought. I just
I'm
don't
not
want.
saying it's not true. I'm just saying that would be the most like X-Men like save the world type scheme ever produced.
I'll tell you
Again,
one thing. He
yeah.
couldn't go to. He could not go to Coyote Lovely because he's been disgraced.
Wolfgang's not going to anyone.
Well, yeah, I know
No.
that. I know that. It's just that I mean, I don't think he went to Lago mainly because Lago isn't as big.
I'm not accusing. I'm
So,
not accusing
I'm-
Wolf. I'm just saying
well,
the
'cause here's the
timeline
thing,
is
I'm
very.
I know. I'm saying that if he were to want to do this, he'd probably go to a much larger drama channel about it. Not
Okay.
Lago. Lago just seems like some dude out of nowhere, besides the fact that he already had a vendetta against you.
Mm. Which I didn't even know about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Um
One last thing I'd like to ask: how, Vexium, did you get like all of your ex-friends to apologize and admit the stuff they did? Because you had like a segment I saw in a video, and like all of like Fresco and all of them just came out were like, "I am a terrible human being. I did this. I did that." It was like,
Leverage.
how did you do that?
Leverage, because I don't let people screw me over.
Folders.
Like, you made them your
I'm trying
bitch.
to
Like,
get. I'm
what?
trying to get the what's it? What's the fucking character's name? My brain is rotting. Homelander.
Same.
I'm trying to get the Homelander. Yeah, because I can do whatever the fuck I want. No, it's
But,
more
like,
of a.
that
alright,
was like,
it's kind of crazy. It's like I applied myself and was just like, when you make your, it's like us, yeah, exactly. When you know what's funny, when Fresco was making their statement, which they had full, editors, whatever it's called, like they made their own statement. I never asked them to. The only thing I asked to include is like, by the way, Fresco, your statement's great. It's just you didn't include the part where you went into my server, said that I was a rapist and all that stuff. And he's like, oh, I didn't do that. I said, oh, this password reset email with your IP address that Discord gave me says otherwise. Do you want to make sure you include that? And they literally gasped. It was so funny.
Oh my god!
I was like, you ain't making a statement apologizing for a few tweets, bro. No, you're going the whole fucking 9 yards.
But like that, like bro, literally
didn't
just
force
like,
him.
hello, I am
just said if you don't
Fresco
include it, I will.
9999, and this is my story. Like that's literally what he did. He just
Yeah.
like he just
Me when I
like
confess to a crime, lol.
I know, like he was like, I am Walter Hartwell. like literally the same exact vibe.
Again, you got to understand, for months on end, these people were harassing me. Like, I said this to Wolf as well. I said to him, like, dude, I fucking hate being paranoid. I just want to be able to be friends with people and not have to, like, look over my shoulder 24/7. You know?
Mm.
In a perfect world, if two friends fall out or they want to move on, they just say, hey, man, you know, your vision isn't entwined with mine or whatever. Like, I want to just move forward. Nothing's, you know, and as social media influencers, they're not going to see any tweets from me. And we just move on. But that doesn't happen on furry Twitter.
I feel like if you don't want friends that are toxic, the furry community is like the worst place to come to, man.
Yeah, honestly.
You know what, Fear? I fucking agree.
Oh my god, me and Vexim agree on something. What universe are we in?
No, I hate it, Hero. Why do you think I deleted my Twitter? It wasn't to hide anything. I have all my tweets archived. Like, I hate it. I hate it. It's like when the Palestine stuff, I don't want to talk about politics, but when the Palestine happened, it was just like, people were like, oh, if you don't retweet this, I'm blocking. I'm like, dude, what? No, I'm here to talk about memes.
Attention, Twitter user. You are a terrible striker.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they'll say like, do this or
It's
else.
like, I love
But it's
trans
like-
people, but if I talk about them as this is a bad example because it's but like I said, if I insert myself into things that I really like Palestine, right? I'm just a degenerate furry. Why on earth would I even tweet about that stuff?
It would be inappropriate for someone who talks about like furry crap like that to bring up dead children. Like, I think it would be extremely inappropriate.
95% of furry Twitter is just soapbox standing.
Yeah.
The thing is about Twitter activists, they don't really care about causes in the Middle East because, like, they don't care to do, like, their daily quick or make donations. What they care about is looking morally superior.
Yeah, just morally
like, they want to look better than others because, like, they tried to attack, non-Palestinians tried to attack a Palestinian streamer because he was excited for the Sonic movie, and they were like, oh, but you need to boycott Paramount, and like forgetting that this dude was Palestinian. And he even said that Paramount is not on the BDS list and to listen to BDS and really only boycott the companies that they know for sure supports Israel. Like like by constantly making viral lists, you are making it hard. These viral lists that show everything, like every company that you need to boycott,
right,
mostly are actually made by Zionists to discourage people from boycotting, thinking they want it to think that it's impossible.
All right, I've just thought of something, guys. Sorry to interrupt you. Right, Fear, you took down the videos attacking me. Can you ask Wolfgang to reinstate his defense video about me? I won't talk about him publicly ever. Okay?
Yeah, I'll ask him. But if he doesn't, I mean, that's kind of on him. That's like not my. Like, I'll definitely talk to him. You know, I'm not gonna just like fucking not talk to him about it. But like, even if he doesn't, man, I would just leave my boyfriend alone because you know he really just doesn't want to do.
And
I'm going to tell him just please stop fucking tweeting about Vex too. I will do that.
Yeah. Because I honestly, you know, was going to honor my agreement, and I always, like with Korgs, I did, you know, up until they, you know, slandered me and broke our agreement, which is why most of any of this fucking drama even happened. It's just all stemmed from that, and just, you know, as soon as Lago announced basically making the video, who was in the comments? Zunks, Korgs, you know, and then I see Lab and Wolf, and I'm like, I put it all in the same category, and I'm like, here we go again. Like, it's just people I've tried to move forward from, and it's just, you can understand where my mindset is.
Oh
you know?
yeah.
Yeah.
No,
Feel
I'll definitely
you.
bring it up to Wolf. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, like I said, if he's willing to do that, then yeah, 100%.
If he
Mm.
isn't,
Well, like I said, I'm going to respond to Lago's video, the way I'm going to respond to it and what he says. So, again, I don't know anything yet because I don't know what's happening. So,
yeah.
Yeah.
anyway,
Is there anything?
so
else?
I take it Jerry was the one that was going to make the video.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
But like,
Have you ever made? I don't know if you've ever made
I've actually-
videos before.
I didn't publish anything, but I did make a video, and I'm like, I need to redo this, and then
Can I see
this
it?
all happened. Fuck if I know. I don't know.
Hold on.
I didn't upload it anywhere.
Okay.
Where is it?
Do you have any
Oh my
proof that
God.
you were going to make a video?
Like,
do you have any proof that you were actually making a video on me?
yeah,
I've
actually, hold
seen-
on.
I've
Let
seen
me
'em.
open my DaVinci Resolve.
Yeah, no, I'm not distrusting you. It's just for my own closure. That's all.
Well, I actually, and this is something that it doesn't matter that it's out now, but it did.
Yeah, your mic shut on you, Jerry.
How long have you known Jerry? Is it via Wolfgang, or did you know Jerry
No, I
before Wolfgang?
joined Wolfgang's server, right? And I started becoming friends with Jerry first, even before I started talking to Wolfgang.
Hello.
Wolfgang never
Hello.
joins my
Can you hear me?
server.
Okay, my mic's working. Doesn't matter that it's out now. The original video Firehead produced, I actually edited that.
Okay. So you?
I mean, I can show you.
knew-
Like, I can show you
Yeah.
the DaVinci Resolve,
Yeah.
but
Again, it's just for my closure. I'm not asking for like literal.
what the
like,
fuck? I saw the media offline. I have no clue, but this is it.
Play the audio.
Oh,
Oh, I don't know. I don't know why. Like, I don't think any of the media is loaded.
Ugh.
I feel like I can't be friends.
Yeah, you see the audio lines. You got
Oh
everything.
yeah. So you had already made those.
I didn't make the second one. That was Fire's video.
Okay.
But yeah, I made that first one.
So you made this while me and Wolf were friends,
Yeah.
and oh, wow.
Again, I didn't bring
No,
it up
you-
to him. He knew nothing.
why not?
I mean,
Jerry's
again,
his own
I
person.
didn't know that he wouldn't just immediately go to you, and then it'd be a whole thing. So like, I
Right.
just didn't. I didn't even want to have him aware of it. As
Well,
a
that's
matter
why
of fact,
that's why me and Wolf fell out because, like, yeah, people are their own people. I get that, but it's just like
Hmm.
you got to put yourself in my shoes. Like, if I followed someone that did something horrible to Zillow or made nasty tweets about Zillow, and they saw me follow them, Zillow rightfully would feel like my loyalties. Again, ignore that it's Zillow. Any of my friends, right? Fucking my friend Hayes, for example. I followed someone who had gone out of their way to make tweets or videos or whatever it is. They would question my loyalty. It would definitely
Yeah.
insert a, you know what I mean?
Jerry,
yeah.
when did
And I
Wolfgang
would
find
just
out
like
about
to
my
clarify.
channel? Because like it took him a long
Yeah,
time. I think I had
I
to
don't
bring
know.
it to him.
So I'm gonna be real. I was actually in a chat with some people when you became aware of that video, and you became aware of that video like 3 hours after it was made public, and it had like 4
Mhm.
views.
Are you recording this call, by the way?
No.
Yeah.
Okay.
Um,
Thanks for asking for my permission, but
Oh well, at least in my state, it's a one-party consent, so like legally
it's
speaking.
just
But yeah,
nice
you're right.
to tell people that. But yeah, go
No, that is a fair point, but I assumed it was kind of assumed. My fault if it wasn't conveyed.
it's all right.
But essentially, I'm. How did you pick up on that so quickly?
What do you mean?
Like 3
Oh, I can hear
hours.
the hard. I can hear the I can hear the NAND storage and the moving parts in your hard drive in my brain.
Oh my
And also, as you've heard before, I don't trust anyone.
But like,
Yeah,
how did you
but
find out
it's
about
just
my
like-
my 2-view video in like 3 hours?
Because, and I also have people looking out all the time.
All right.
You like.
I'm not trying to flex or be like weird. I'm just
No, but you're right. But
I'm a
like,
YouTuber
literally,
with
they-
20,000 subs, and I've been slandered over and over. Most of my close friends know what time it is.
Yeah, no, that's fair, but it's just to me like 3 hours. Like I actively actually looked for the video, and I literally couldn't find it because it doesn't come up when you search what the title is. It didn't. So I don't know.
Well, remember I do YouTube as well, so I know
Yeah,
how
again,
things
I don't know.
work.
But like, yeah. Is there anything else, Fire? You think?
My usual statements: report that pedophile, don't talk to kids, yada yada. Weird.
Yeah. All right.
Also,
Yeah.
yeah, like let's just not involve Wolfgang in your shit with lag over it, right? Because like
Yeah,
said,
I mean,
don't
Wolfgang-
even.
Was
I
that
think-
really the purpose of this call?
No, and then we've told.
I
him
mean,
to
no.
shut
The
him
main
now.
thing was so I could figure out like what's up.
Yeah. But since at the beginning of this call
also
you did
another
say
thing-
you're going to destroy Wolfgang, I might as well just put it out there, you know?
Yeah, and that's another thing that, and this I'm being
I
genuine.
think
like,
that's kind of out of anger. Like if someone I feel had wronged me, I would make an exaggerated statement
Well,
like,
yeah.
"I'll destroy them."
But as his
Yeah.
But yeah,
girlfriend,
it's all
I am
talk.
concerned.
It's all
What I
talk.
mean, is
It's all talk.
my loyalty. My loyalties. I mean, we're not friends anymore, and I'm my own person, in your own words. So yeah.
yeah, but I would just say that like again, like I don't know what Wolfgang could have done. And if he's doing something scummy as his friend, I would like to know about it because I don't want to be like if he's like doing something
Well, you
terrible.
thought I was doing something scummy, and without consulting Wolfgang, you helped Fear make videos about me on like what
Why would we
March
consult
9th?
Wolfgang? I don't have.
Why not?
Because
Well,
it doesn't involve
so
him.
the
He's
main
hanging,
reason-
he's hanging out with in your own quote a scummy person, me.
By the
right?
way, I
I
wasn't
didn't say
dating
you were.
Wolfgang until like
No, I didn't
couple
say you were
weeks ago.
scummy.
How long
No,
have you known
no-
Wolfgang?
Jerry, you know that, right? Let me see.
Yeah, like
Early
I don't know, like
March.
early March, my ass.
Hmm.
It was like late March,
Okay,
very
yeah.
late March.
Find the.
So what difference has this call made in terms of?
I'm
So you're
just,
not making a video.
Yeah, I'm not doing
Fear has
anything.
taken the videos down, and they will stay down, right?
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
But I would just say that, like, is there anything I should be concerned about with Wolf?
No.
That you know? Okay, good
No.
to know. All right, and yeah. I don't know.
All good.
Feel free to send the call to Lago if you
Oh
want.
no,
it.
Lago? Oh, I thought you said Lego. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah,
Maybe.
Lagovert.
Yeah, Blaze. This call isn't going to stop that. If Lego's making a video, they're making a video.
I'm gonna be real. Yeah. I don't know. I mean, I don't know them. I don't. I've never heard it. Random things here, come my way, and I've not heard great things about them, so I'm probably not going to. But
Of
all good.
course.
It's all good. I've already started my process. It's all good.
yeah.
And I'm planning on doing a video on Zunks alone. Because,
Oh, that's wonderful. Yeah.
Which,
Yeah,
by the
they-
way, I'll say for the record now, wasn't my idea. As much as I dislike
Right.
Zunk, I don't even. You know what's funny? I feel like it's so bad for his situation that making videos on him is just beating a dead horse. He is finished.
It's
He's cooked. He's cooked.
yeah, Zunks is I mean they have them listed, but Lego she had told me that Zunks uses any pronouns and just has they them publicly listed. But
Doesn't
yeah.
matter. I
There's
just
a
regard them as
guy that just
piece
called
of
people
shit.
racial slurs and banned him from his server for beating them in Call of Duty.
What?
Yeah.
Zunks did that?
You can hear it in his voice. He's literally that guy.
Say,
yeah.
I'm gonna
No,
need that.
Yeah, I don't have record it. You'd have to ask Wolfgang.
Aw.
He's the one that said it, but I don't think you're
He
going to.
blocked me. He
I'm gonna be
blocked
real.
me.
I don't know. That's between you two.
He blocked
but-
me after the call was after he took the things out of
The
context.
the
from
whole
call.
opinion on me is like
I was really
I'm so
upset. I was
you
upset
know what?
with him.
I know this sounds really like I just hope he continues being himself because then I'll never have to make a video.
Bro.
'Cause
By the way, me
he's
and
just fucking himself over.
Me and Wolfgang started dating on the 26th, 25th.
All right. Yeah, it's just a trivia question. It was again. I don't. You know, it's old shit now.
But
I just feel like as a closing note, like at the end of the day, I do value the time I spent with Wolf as a friend. I just feel like I shouldn't have. It sounds really bad saying this, but like I should have just walked away. Like when he apologized to me and we made up publicly.
Like y'all could have been friends. Is like I don't know.
No,
Like
my
if
loyalty
you just
is
ignored
very
drama. I don't know.
Yeah.
different. No.
If you've ignored my
I mean,
10
he
year
genuinely
deal-
liked you.
Yeah, man.
He genuinely messed with you. Like he actually like hard defended
I mean,
you.
if he wants to speak to me, he knows where I am. He knows my
How?
number. No, he doesn't.
I don't think he does. I don't think he does.
No, I
It's
don't give
just
my fucking phone number out to anyone.
in past tense. I don't know.
I'm on that iMessage thing, you know what I'm saying?
On that iMessage.
Yeah. 3 phones.
Yeah.
I mean, if he
Um,
wants to reach out to me, he can reach out to me and we'll have a one-on-one. It won't be recorded because we'll talk like we're friends, and that's it.
And
He wants to
one quick
talk to me, he
question.
can.
Overall, why was Zillow here? Like,
Yeah.
Zillow asked me to add him.
oh, okay, that's fair. That's fair.
I think it was because he thought we were going to bring up the server raid thing. I don't know. I don't, is that the reason, Zillow?
I knew that I was going to be a point somewhere, so I at least wanted to be in to hear it. Which,
Yeah,
Yeah.
and also
it
he
turned out to be
defended
right
himself.
because I was talked about it.
Yeah.
Burton's calling me, so I might head off.
Okay.
Who's
Yeah, well,
calling you?
it's pretty much done.
Oh, okay.
So,
Oh yeah.
unless there's anything anyone has to say, and Blaze,
Nah, but
Blaze,
let's
I'll
close it off.
add you, and I'll ask Wolfgang if he can provide any evidence for that claim because he did say that
Alright.
that happened, but I think
Okay.
I don't know if there is any evidence, but if there's anything against Zunks, I mean, no one likes Zunks.
Right.
All
So-
right.
Yeah.
Yeah, have a good
I
one,
could
everyone.
I could fit Zunks into the Lolcow starter pack.
Oh yes, you could.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm gonna be real. Nobody.
Why
likes
did Zunks block you, Thea? What was the fallout?
So he was suicide baiting, right? And I just said, "Quit LARPing, loser."
Oh yeah, I saw that. I think. Yeah. All right. This I've got to get going anyway.
Mm.
I'll talk to you guys. Well, I won't talk to you guys. Goodbye.
Have
Mark
a
a fire
good one.
wave.
Bye.
Bye bye.
I'll see ya.
Peace out.
Oh, cool.
Peace out, Zillow.
Hello. One sec.
Peace out, man.
Oh,